In the name of the Creator of universes. This is the first sermon of Moses. I am Moses. In this video I will prove that I am Moses. Who is Moses? You should know. Study your history. Messenger of God. The one who came here 1300 years ago. Again here, now, year 2018. Talking with you humans. To bring the new religion of God. Vegan religion is the new religion of God. It is updating Islam. It is updating Judaism. It's updating Christianity. And every nonsense religion of Hindus, Buddhism, any type of religion that you have. This is the last one from God, the Creator of universes. In this session, I will talk about God first, the timeline of the messengers that He sent, shortly. About me, Moses, proof that I am Moses. Proof is important, claim is easy. And the book that is this holy vegan earth, the last book of God. Proof is important. Reasoning, evidence and proof. Anybody can come and say, I am Jesus, I am Muhammad, I am Moses, I am whatever. Nonsense. Unless they have proof that in the court of law, that some judges with brain and reasoning can understand, then their claim is correct and truth. I said that in Torah. Anybody who comes and claims, I am messenger of God, I am prophet of God, and does not have solid proof, you have to kill him. That's how it should be. Now, I present to humanity the proof. Then you must listen to me. Because I am bringing message from the Creator of this place, the earth, the sun, solar system, and billions of galaxies. That person, that Creator, sends messengers for intelligent entities of different places. I assume humans have some level of intelligence. I talk about timeline, talk about 11 commandments, not 10 commandments, 11 commandments. Commandment number 11 is you should be vegan. Every human must become vegan. About the judgment day, about the heaven and hell. The judgment day, this is what God, that light is a representation of God. We are not worshipping God as light. We are not worshipping light. Light is a cool thing as representation of God. That menorah, that light, is observing the God, the Creator of universes is observing you and everything else. He is very particular about the judgment day. He is going to bring the judgment day for this place of garbage, the earth. Soon. So we talk about judgment day. There are 3 types of judgment day. I will talk about them. Then chapter 73 of Quran. Quran is a book that He sent. Some part of Old Testament is His words. Some part of Bible are His words. Same person sends different people with different books in different times. They're repeating the same subject. Chapter 73, I will translate all of it. It's 20 sentences in this session. Now, a couple of days ago, I wanted to make my slides and make this first video for people. Then I told him, I am making it. Do you have any comment? I know what I want to talk about. I want to talk about proofs of existence of God, proof that there exists a creator, proof that I am his messenger, proof. I am going to talk, I told him, I'm going to talk about the creator, Satan, heaven, hell, judgment day, 11 commandments, vegan. It's a vegan religion. This is the last religion of God. I'm going to talk about this thing. Do you have any comment to add to it? Then he gave me 1, 2, 3 verses. I said, oh, that's cool, thank you. Because I already have a million things to talk about. I don't want to make a 4 hours video. And then I said, this is your thing anyway. The first video should be everything that you want to say. Later I might make more. So anything else you want to add, give me. Then he gave me, I said 19 sentences. He gave me 19, so is 19 a cool thing? He gave me 19 sentences and then sent 73 that I will translate all of it. Now, first we start with his statements. I am talking that I'm telling you that I am talking with God and he answers me. Two-way communication. The way that two humans are talking with each other, like that. There is a proof that this is the creator of universes. I will present it in this. I will describe it in this session later in front of some intelligent observers, some professors of university, professor of computer science, logic, theology. Some computer programmers that sitting there. I will make a presentation so they see. I cannot make presentation for billions of people. You are all dumb, you don't understand. I will present it to most clever people of humans that are computer science and logic professors of the university. I present to them. And the video will be real time. You will see the communication, two-way. It's not prayer, oh God, give me this, give me that. God is not Santa. He's not Santa Claus. I say, wish list, I want this stuff, sit there and prayer. Oh, make everybody healthy. This is nonsense. If he wanted to make everybody healthy, everybody was healthy. You should get sick and die. If you are a corpse eater, you should die sooner. Sooner you die is better for you, for animals that you are not going to kill and eat their corpse. So, make everybody healthy is nonsense. Prayer is nonsense. He is looking at you. If he wants to give you something, he will. You tell him once, but don't sit there and nag and write a wish list like a Santa. God is not Santa Claus. If he wants to give you something, he will. If he doesn't want you do prayer 10 million years, he doesn't give you. That's how it is. So, it's not like prayer. It is two-way communication with computer. This is a computer in front of me. The software that I'm communicating with God is in this and in the other one. Everywhere. It's in my web server. I can access it from anywhere. Or it can run on a local machine without internet connection. I describe how it works. 9 minutes was introduction of what we are going to talk about in this first video. The first sentence that he sent me was 2024. When I said 2024, means chapter 20 of Quran, verse number 24. I said Leviticus 12:1, it means Leviticus book, chapter 12, verse 1, something like that. He is sending me numbers, then I go and look at the Leviticus, look at the Numbers, Genesis, all sorts of places. He will send numbers. I look and say, this is the sentence that he is telling me. The first one was 2024. اذهب إلى فرعون إنه طغى. Go to Pharaoh. He has started rebellion against my commands. Who is Pharaoh? Pharaoh was that bastard ass donkey king of Egypt at that time, 1300 BC, 3,300 years ago. There were many of them. He said to me at that time, go to Pharaoh, tell him, you are doing rebellion against laws of God. Calm down, listen to me, or we are going to kill you all. And we did. You remember? Read the history. This 2024 is something that he gave me, the God sent me, 1990. He said, اذهب إلى فرعون إنه طغى. At that time I didn't know I'm a messenger of God. I said, oh, that's cool. I'm going to preach. I'm going to be a preacher. I'm going to make cartoon and talk about God for children, teach them God exists and things like that. But that was the sentence I remember. He sent me, 1990. 2012, he told me, you are messenger. Very clearly. Anyway, again, who is Pharaoh? Pharaoh is dead, isn't he? He was drowned in the sea with all of his soldiers. Now he said, go and tell Pharaoh. Pharaoh is every single one of you. Every one of the governments of this planet of garbage. 220, 202, I don't know how many countries are there. Every single government is garbage. Every one of them are Pharaoh. Every one of them are working against rules of God. And 7 billion pests, humans are here. Majority of you are working against rules of God. All of you are Pharaoh. You all will be dead soon in the judgment day. And what is the judgment day? 3 types of them I will talk later. Second verse that he said. Fourteen, 11. They say, people always said that. In the time of Jesus said that, in the time of Muhammad said that, in my time, 3,000 years ago, they said that. They said, what is it? Is God has sent a human like us to become our messenger? You are saying the same thing. Humans are the same. The stupidity is not changed. The same level of stupidity was there, is now. You saw miracles at that time and you see miracles now. He's a human like us. Yes, he's a human like us. He doesn't send angels for human, the species. For angel planet, he will send angel messenger. For alien planet, he will send alien messenger. Somebody in your own species, so who can talk with you and you understand what he says. God will give superiority to anybody he wants from his servants. Servant of God. You have to serve God. If you are not servant of God, no, doesn't work. Sultanan, reasoning. God gives reasoning to his messengers to present to clever people of their time. Reasoning. Mubin. Sultanan Mubin. Clear reasoning. Miracles. In the time of Jesus, you saw all of the miracles that he did. In my time, that time, you saw all of those 9 big miracles and pestilences and water, the sea, Pharaoh, dead. You saw that. Bi-iznillah. With permission of God. I cannot say, I want this miracle, I want this miracle, I want this miracle. He said, hey, who are you? You are messenger, man. Miracle, I do if I want, when I want, if I decide, when I decide. So, he will send miracles and reasoning for his messengers, so clever people of that time understand. And stupid people, doesn't matter. They don't understand, they are atheists, they will die, they go to hell, they will learn in hell. Clever people learn here. وَعَلَى اللَّهِ فَلْيَتَوَكَّلَ الْمُؤْمِنُونَ. To God, people trust and put their trust. Those people who have belief. 110 is very cool. It is very important. 110 means victory. إِذَا جَاءَ نَصْرُ اللَّهِ وَالْفَتْحُ. When the help from the Creator arrives and victory. Victory is ours. This planet Earth, this speck of dust with 7 billion pests on it, human pests, animals are all right. Planet belongs to them. This is ours. This belongs to vegans and animals. وَنُرِيدُ أَن نَمُنَّ عَلَى الَّذِينَ اسْتَضْعَفُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ وَأَجْعَلَهُمْ أَئِمَّةً وَأَجْعَلَهُمُ الْوَارِثِينَ. We, God, decided to give this planet to those people who were kept weak, and they will be inheritors of this planet. These people are vegans, those who are followers of the last religion of God, which is vegan religion. Another significance of 110 is whenever I am sitting here, talking with God, and He sent His answer on the computer screen, midnight, during the day, anytime. When the session is completed, He will send 110. It means session completed. Sometimes it is 10 minutes, sometimes 1 minute, sometimes 3 hours, I don't know, He decides. You cannot sit there and talk with God and say, I want to go, I want to go. You say, I want to go, and I say, shut up, I will send you to hell. Sit there, I am going to tell you some things. When the session is completed, He sends 110. So He sent 110 in the third sentence that He sent related to this session, this lecture 1. And then I asked, you want to add more? He said, number 256. لا إكراه في الدين قد تبين الرشد من الغي. There is no compulsory religion. He is telling me, you cannot force people to listen to you. There is no force. على رسولنا بلاغ مبين. For my messenger, there is only one duty, to present the facts clearly. I do that, then لا إكراه في الدين. There is no force. قد تبين الرشد من الغي. Indeed, growing and going down to death and misery is clearly defined. This is the path that you follow, you will grow. You will be clean, you will be powerful, happy. This is the path you will create misery and death for yourself. These two paths are clearly defined. فَمَنْ يَكْفُرْ بِالطَّاغُوتِ وَيُؤْمِنْ بِاللَّهِ. If you have these two conditions, one, يَكْفُرْ بِالطَّاغُوتِ, you should be an unbeliever in anybody who is against the rules of God. Taghut, who is Taghut? Kings of Taghut. Prime ministers, governments, your Hollywood, your singers and dancers and writers and poets, everybody who is against rules of God, they are Taghut. Anybody who is unbeliever in this garbage pack and Yu'min Billah, and has belief in the creator of universes, فَقَدْ اسْتَمْسَكَ بِالْعُرْوَةِ الْوُثْقَى لَا انْفِصَامَ لَهَا. Imagine you are drowning and a big rope strong comes from the sky and you grab it. That's Urrat al-Wusqa. Something that you hang on it and save yourself. If you are unbeliever in Taghut, those people who are against rules of God, and believe in the creator of universes, then they have that handheld rope that saves them. وَاللَّهُ سَمِيعٌ عَلِيمٌ. And the creator is always listening and always knows everything that you do. Okay, so that was the third, that was the next one that he sent. And then sent Leviticus 2:3. I read it. But that which is left of the meal offering shall be Aaron's and his sons. It is a thing most holy of the offering of the God Yahweh, the creator of universes, made by fire. Meal offering, sin offering, peace offering, whatever offering. You have a lot of it in Torah. Sacrifice, kill the animals and stuff. All those killed animals are added to this by Satan. Forget about them. Law is changed since 2012 that I came. Everybody must be vegan. Every sacrifice, meal offering, sin offering, peace offering, whatever offering that you want to do should be to animals. You are not going to kill a pigeon and eat it and give it to the fat, stupid priest. You are going to buy rice and give to the pigeons to eat. That is the offering to God. Law of sacrifice is changed. I'm not going to argue with Christians and Muslims and Jews. All of them are, whatever they are, they are. People cannot change. What they have to learn. New law is this. Every offering, every sacrifice means serving animals. Animals are real children of God. That's why he sent this. To tell you again. (89:18) وَلَا تَحُزُّنَّ عَلَى طَعَامِ الْمِسْكِينِ. Who are unbelievers? Who are unbelievers? Who are those atheists, useless sacks of garbage? They are not enthusiastic to give food to those people who are so powerless in poverty that they cannot move anymore. I say, you should believe in God. One of the byproducts of believing in God is helping others. Giving food to them, giving money to them, helping them anywhere that you can and they need. But not every others, only vegans. Corpse eater, let them die. 42:23. ذلك الذي يبشر الله عباد الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات. This is how the God, the creator of universes, is giving good news to his servants who are doing two things. One, believe in the creator of universes, and second, عملوا الصالحات, doing the best thing that they can do. عمل الصالح, the best thing that you can do, is very important. God talks about it a lot in his old books and in this new book, in the Vegan Earth. Holy Vegan Earth is book of God. God sent it to me, I didn't write it. I just edited it. I mean, I translated it from Arabic and Hebrew to English. He sent me numbers, I find a verse and write it down. That's how it worked. Believe in the creator of universes and doing the best thing that you can do. There are lots of things that you can do. You can become a doctor, you can become an engineer, you can become a garbage collector, you can become an astronaut, whatever. There are many different things that you can do. You have to find which one is the best and choose that one. The best on the path of God, not on the path of your own self-satisfaction. This is good news for them from God. Tell them, لا أسألكم عليه أجرا. I don't want anything from you humans. I don't want money. I don't want fame. I don't want followers. Google followers, whatever it is, Twitter followers, Facebook, these are garbage. I don't need followers. I present the book, and I did. I present the book, I present the videos, message of God, clearly, and that's it. You want to follow it, good for you. Don't follow it, who cares? You go to hell and learn there. I don't need followers, I don't need money. Benny Hinn, all of these TV evangelists, Pope works for Satan. You know, this Pope with big hat works for Satan. All of the priests, all of Hindu Brahmins, all of Christian priests, all of Muslim mullahs, every one of them who charges 1 cent for preaching will go to hell. This is this. I have said that very clearly. God said that very clearly. It's in the book. It's in the old book, it's in the new book. لا تشتروا دين الله بثمن قليلا. Do not sell religion of God for a small money. And how much is a small money? $200,000, $1 million, $12 million. Benny Hinn redecorated his new house. They are all working for Satan. Every mullah of Muslim, Christian priest, Hindu Brahman, Jew rabbi, anybody who preaches word of God and charges 1 cent will go to hell. That's word of God. He said that. Tell them, لا أسألكم عليه أجرا. I don't need anything from you, no money, no nothing. إلا المودة في الغربة. Except then you be kind to my family. And I don't have any family. My family are sheep, cow, pigeons, pigs, fish, all animals. You be kind to them. It's like you are kind to me. It's like you are kind to God. That's the only thing that I ask you. And anybody who do hasanah, do good things, God will give him more. And in Allah Ghafurun Shakur. And indeed the Creator is forgiving and grateful. You have eaten corpse before? Stop it from now. Don't eat corpse. Corpse. There is no such a thing as meat. It's a piece of body of an animal. Stop it now. God will forgive you. Shakur. And God is returning. If you do something good, He will give you more. He will do good more for you. Next verse, 87:4. الذي أخرج المرعى, and who brings out the plants. He is talking about food. Your food are plants. Fruits, seeds, beans, nuts, rice. Go and eat anything. Don't kill animals, don't eat corpse of murdered animals. That's why he said that. $865. يا أيها النبي, you messenger, حرز المؤمنين على القتال. Create enthusiasm for believers, for fight, war, قتال. Jihad, fight, war, for the cause of God. It's not for everybody. It's for believers. Believers who are sure there is a God, who are sure after they die go to heaven, who are sure if they are killed or they kill, either way they go to heaven. They fight for the cause of God, for the religion of God. Religion of God is vegan religion. Not Islam, not Christianity, not Judaism. All of them are old, outdated. This is the new one. What is in this new vegan religion? Everything that Muhammad said, Jesus said, everything which is in Torah is valid. Keep your books. Bible, fine. Quran, fine. Old Testament, fine. Every religion that you have, which is religion of God, keep it. Only one thing you have to add to it, vegan. Every sentence which is in Quran, which is in Bible, which is in Old Testament, which is inconsistent with vegan, should be erased. This is the new law of God. And I am Moses, I am saying that. From God, not from me. He said, you were a stupid corpse eater, barbarians. Now it is year 2018, learn something. You pests come from under zero to level 0, which is vegan. Vegans are not the superior human race. No, they are just level 0. They are not corpse eater dog anymore. Humanity after 2000 years of so-called quotation civilization should be at least in the level of not eating corpse of murdered animals. That's it. Whatever religion that you have, that is fine. Just add this to it. Vegan. Anything in Quran, in Bible, in Torah, which is inconsistent with this, sacrifice, killing animals, using animals should be erased. Red pen, cut it, scratch it, done. New religion of God is vegan religion. Mu'minun, believers who believe based on reasoning and proof that I will give you. Reasoning and proof that there is God. Reasoning and proof that I am His messenger. Reasoning and proof that this is His word. And He says, all religions, keep whatever you believe, that is fine. We are not going to argue about a million statements that you believe. Just add this to it. Vegan. If you are like that and believer, I have to create enthusiasm for you to fight with sword, with pen, with whatever you can. If you are weak and poor and I don't know, sick and dumb or whatever you are, if you are unable to do it, that's fine. Do it whatever you can, fight. عاشرون صابرون يغلبوا مئتين. If there are among you 20 they can win over 200. And if you are 100, they can win over 1,000. Hundred believers can destroy 1,000 unbelievers. Why? Because God will make you more brave. God will provide resources for you. God will make them feel fearful and they escape from you. Why? Because they don't have brain, they don't comprehend, they cannot understand. Their brain doesn't work well and God will support you, so you will win. $51.25 إذ دخلوا عليه فقالوا سلاما قال سلام قوم منكرون. Who are you, you people, unknown people? This is Ibrahim, time of Ibrahim. At that time, God sent two angels. They came to the home of Ibrahim and said, hello, peace be on you. Salam. Salam means hello or peace. Peace for you. They said to Ibrahim, looked at them and said, hello, who are you? I don't know you. And then they said, we are angel of God. And we have come here to destroy those two cities, Sodom and Gomorrah. And they did. And then Ibrahim said, no, Lut is living there. Lut was prophet of God. He was living in that city. He said, Lut is prophet of God. Ibrahim started arguing with God. He said, those are good people, you know. He said, yes, they are, but how many they are? Give me the 50 family, name of 50 family in those two cities. If they are righteous, I will tell these two angels to stop. Then Ibrahim said, think. I cannot find 50. What about 10? Okay, God said, that's fine. Write the name of 10 families that are right there. I leave them alone. Ibrahim said, oh, I cannot find 10. There is only Lut, only one. He said, okay, I will save Lut, don't worry about them. Then send those two angels to Lut. He rescued Lut and his family, except and his wife, that he was one of those unrighteous, dirty, filthy, homosexual and lesbian, or garbage they were. And they destroyed the whole city. This is it. God hates homosexuals and lesbians. Every one of them should be killed, like pest, like disease, like bacteria. This is it. This is the proof. This is authority, authorization. If you are homosexual or lesbian, go and straighten up. Find a shrink or psychology doctor or something to fix you and make you healthy again. If not, we will kill you. 11 commandments must be enforced on the earth with death penalty, all 11 of them. You should be vegan, is commandment number 11. and homosexuals and gays all should be killed, like bacteria. You eat antibiotic to kill 1 million bacteria and virus in your body without a second thought, because that's the disease for your body. Homosexual and gays are disease for the society. Kill them, just kill them, that's it. That's it. 11 commandments of God should be enforced on the planet Earth for every single 220 government that they are, with death penalty. Oh no, we are humanitarian, we don't have death penalty. No, you should have. Yeah, those two were guests of Abraham. Abraham was afraid of them. Oh, these people look very strange and very fearful. Who are you? He said, we are angel of God, came here to tell you to go and kill everyone in those two cities. They destroyed the whole city. Now, 71:11. يرسل السماء عليكم مدرارا. And 12. ويمددكم بأموال وبنين ويجعل لكم جنات ويجعل لكم أنهارا. If you follow laws of God, will give you money, will give you rain, will give you plant, will give you food, will give you gardens of fruits, will give you rivers. River and water and rain are symbol of life and prosperity. God says, if you are taught, if you are against my rules, I will destroy you like dust, like chewed vegetable. In the judgment day that I tell you what is it and what is coming. And if you not, if you follow me, follow my rules, killing inside, I will give you money, I will give you prosperity, and make your material life enjoyable. And that was serial number 11. You know, I said, give me 19 verses, I say before what I want to say. That one, 71:11 was number 11. 1, 2, 3, 4. This was the number 11 sentence. 11th sentence that he sent was 71:11. You see, I noticed it now that I have been looking. I wrote the numbers on a paper. Later I was compiling it and said, oh, look at that. Sentence 1, 2, 3, sentence 11 is 71:11. And what is 11? 11 is my sign of Moses. Everywhere. In the book I described it well. Another miracle right now. He keeps track of numbers, you know, he's the biggest hacker of the universe. And then said 68:3, and like for you, for me, for Moses, for me, will be reward without any expectation. Oh, I said, yes, thank you. When? I always says, and now fatahna laka fathan mubina, I open for you, clear opening. La sofa yu'tika fatarda, soon I will give you stuff that you will be happy. I say, when? He said, after you are dead in heaven. Okay, thank you. Heaven. Yeah. Heaven is real, hell is real, judgment is real. But in this life, I said that I do not want a cent from humans, I don't want followers, I don't want nothing. Just be kind to animals is good enough. Good enough for you, I don't care. You don't follow the rules of God, you are going to hell. Next one, 6:19. قل أي شيء أكبر شهادة قل الله شهيد بيني وبينكم وأوحى إلي. Who is the biggest witness? God, the Creator. He is witness of history, 1 billion years before, now and 1 billion years later. He is the biggest witness. God is a witness between me and you. Me, Moses, prophet of God, and humans, all of you, 7 billion of you. That these stuff that I say are sent to me to tell you that God talks with me. Proof later. At the moment I'm describing introduction of the first sermon. هذا القرآن لأنذركم به ومن بلغ إنكم لتشهدون أن مع الله إلها آخر قل لا أشهد قل إنما هو لا إله إله واحد وإنني بريء مما تشركون. There is only one God. One. There are not too many. There is not Jew God, Muslim God, Hindu God. Hindus have 200 gods. Vishnu and Brahma. I'm not talking about them now. I have written about them in the book. There is no Christian God, Muslim God, Jew God, Hindu God, whatever. No. There is only one. One. The creator of universes. And what is it? It is the unified field. And what is it? I will describe later, even in this video. There is only one. He sent instructions in different times, in different languages, and you dumb humans convoluted it and didn't understand it and changed it. And now Muslims are 300 groups, Christians are 300 groups, Jews are 300 groups, Hindus are 1,000 groups. Nonsense. There is only one God, one set of instructions. Whatever you believe, I am not going to argue with you, doesn't matter. As soon as you believe in God, believe on those books, not every book, just Bible, Quran and Torah, these three. Keep it, keep your belief, add this to it. Vegan is the last law of God. (35:11) Allah خلقكم من تراب ثم من نطفة. God created you. The creator of universes created humans from these 114 elements, you know, in the dirt and metals and minerals and stuff that your body is made. And then you are produced through the sexual act that you do, and you produce more humans. And then assign for you husband and wife. Husband and wife, man and woman, not any other form. That's it. And nobody knows, no woman knows which kind of reproduction is going to make a boy or is going to make a girl, unless you do ultrasound and things like that. Then after a certain time they can understand, but God knows even at the time that they started doing it. And you get old and die. And everything is decided in the book of God. Your age, when you die, is decided. And everything is easy for God. You can change everything. So, what was the point of this that he said? He said, we created you from these elements, then it produced you through this way that you know, and you will get old, and you die, and you will be judged. And everything is decided. God has decided about everything. You don't say, no, we have free will. Yeah, you have a small amount of free will, not too much. (28, 25). This is about me. At that time, I escaped from Pharaoh. You know, I killed a guy, one of these officials, who was a bastard, unjust person, that I killed him. At that time, I said, oh, Shaitan, Satan deceived me and I killed him. No, I didn't say that. I mean, I don't say that. I killed that guy. At that time I said that's right. Right now I said that's right. Injustice should be destroyed. But anyway, he was the king and they were after me. I escaped to the desert, and this verse is about that. And those women were giving water to their sheep. And a few rascals then wanted to harass them. I kicked them, they escaped, and the women gave water to the sheep. And one of them was talking with me and said, good, let's go and see our father. He wants to give you a reward for you helped us. That's about that story. You send this. 81:10. As when the book is distributed, Nash, it is distributed, it is open for public. Which book? Everybody will see your book. It's your book. Book of your actions. In the judgment day, there is a book. You did this when you were 1 year old, 2 year old. Every single second that you were living, it's written, recorded, not in the paper book, it's recorded somehow. And everybody will see. This is about the judgment day. All dirty laundries will be in public. If you have dirty laundry, clean it now. 59:8. People who want heaven should help God and help His messenger. At the moment is me. Those people are Sadiqun, they are truthful. How you can help God? God is the creator of universes, owner of armies of all universes. And I say that in the beginning, I said, I don't want a cent from you. I don't want any help from you. How? God doesn't need anything. And I don't need anything. I don't want anything. What He says, you have to, if you want heaven, you have to help God and help His messenger. You have to help my ghurba. You have to help my family. Who is my family? Sheep, cow, chickens, fish, rabbits, dogs, all animals that you garbage eating, corpse eating dogs kill and eat. Help them. That's helping God. Charity, don't give a cent to any charity that helps any human. Only charity for animal charities. That is helping God and helping me, messenger of God. Then you are Sadiqun, you are truthful, then you will receive heaven after you are dead. You die, you go to heaven. Here you have to help animals. فَبَأَيَّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ 53, 55, 34. Which one of the blessings of your teacher do you deny? He has given you health. He has given you a brain that you are not using it. He has given you money, power, education, stuff. Just take a paper and pencil and write it down. How many things God has given you and you haven't done anything for Him? He has given you all of these things free. Which one of them you deny? You owe Him. How you are going to pay your debt? By helping His children. His children are animals. Real children are animals. Don't say Jesus was Son of God. Yeah, Jesus was children of God. You are children of God. That dog is child of God. That chicken is child of God too. Every human, every animal, every rock, everything which is created, God created it. God created everything. Everything is children of God. But real innocent children of God are animals. You owe Him. You have to pay your debt. You don't pay the debt, you go to hell. You go and borrow money from these gangsters. Some stupid people do. You borrow money from gangsters, you have to pay back. If you don't, they will break your legs. God has given you everything. Sit there and write a list of things that God has given you. You owe Him. if you don't pay back, he will send you to hell, burn you alive for eternity. That's hell. That's not literally fire, but fire is something that humans understand. It's very painful. How you can pay your debt to God? By helping his innocent children, which are animals. First of all, don't kill them and don't eat their corpse like a dog. Elevate, grow from dog state to level 0 of humanity. Vegan is level 0 of humanity. And then start helping them, helping animals, any way that your brain allows you. Next one, Exodus 15:1. Then sang Moses and the children of Israel this song unto God the Creator, and spoke, saying, I will sing unto God, for he is highly exalted. The horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea. The Lord is my strength, number 2 I'm reading. And song, and he is become my salvation. This is my God, and I will glorify him, my father's God, and I will exalt him. God is a man of war. Yahweh is his name. Pharaoh's chariots and his host hath he cast into the sea. Pharaoh did not listen to God. Told me, اذهب إلى فرعون إنه طغى. Go and tell him, you are working against laws of God. You are doing injustice on the earth. Beware, straighten up, or we kill you. He said, you the nonsense. Which God? I said, you will see soon. I said, you shall see soon. And we killed him. I didn't kill him, he killed him. God killed him. In the water, him, soldiers and chariots, everybody dead. Drowned. Again, I am telling you, Pharaoh of this time means every single human which is here, which is corpse eater. We are going to kill every one of you. Not me. I mean, if I could, I would, but I cannot. It needs power of God to kill 7 billion people, and he has it. And I'm here to warn you. Everyone on the planet it must become vegan, or else. Or else what? The Judgment Day. I'm talking about Judgment Day several times. Let me finish it now. There are 3 types of Judgment Day. According to his books, according to what he says. Type number 1 is the last one. Earth has 4.5 billion years time so far, and another 4.5 billion years the sun will become expand and will burn everything in the solar system. That's one. That's the final judgment day. Everything will be wrapped up. All of you will die. I mean, all of the people who live at that time. Or something else, a big comet, not comet, but rock comes from the space and bang on the air and explodes and everybody dies. That's the final judgment day. Another one is, that's one model, 3 models of judgment day. When I say judgment day, it's not that model. That is later, or I don't know when will happen. Million years later, or whatever. That's not that. This is the second type of judgment day. Judgment day for nations. Judgment day model 2, for nations. Every nation has a time that is grown, rise, and fall down, and will be destroyed. Read your history. History of human in this planet. Nations. Those nations who follow laws of God, that is justice, live longer. If not, God will cut them out. Destroy the whole nation. That's the judgment day. At the moment, that type of judgment day is coming for the planet Earth. Every unjust will be destroyed and killed. Unjust to animals. You pests are killing 50 billion animals a year to eat like a dog. That judgment day for nations. Not the final judgment day that membranes of existence will collapse and the whole universe will be destroyed and created again. No, not that one. That's model 1 of judgment day. The second one, judgment day for unjust nations. nation of Ad, Samud, Aikea, nation of Pharaoh, all sorts of nations are in all books. You read them. Destroyed. Why? Because they were unjust. This is number 2, model 2 of Judgment Day. Judgment Day, model 3 is after you die. Everybody will be judged. You are alive now, you are dead, you will be judged. What you have done? You are a garbage, corpse eater, parasite. They will send you to the body of a cockroach and somebody will smash you. Or you will go to the body of an addict and you will die in addiction and misery and pain. Or you were good, you were vegan, you helped animals. In the next life you will become rich. I don't know, some good stuff will happen to you. Judgment, after you die, there will be judgment. Every time. Every time that you die. First of all, reincarnation is a fact. You will die and come back again and again and again. I'm not going to talk about reincarnation, that needs another several hours, but that is a fact. I'm talking about 3 models of Judgment Day quickly. I described in the book with extensive verses and everything. Now, after you die, there will be judgment. Either you get the reward or you get punishment. Heaven and hell are truth, reincarnation are truth too, they are not inconsistent. One hour so far. So God is God of war. Exodus 15:1, God is God of war. Anybody who works against laws of God will be destroyed. Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and all of his soldiers dead. And the proof, recently, a few years ago, it was in old news. Go to Google it and find it. They found body of Pharaoh who was drowned at that time. They found it. God said in Quran, they said, we will make his body preserve as a sign for generations later at this time. A few years ago they found it. Google it, you will find it. Okay, so this was number 19, and then 73. All of chapter 73 I will read for you. Translate. This was 1 hour. And after that I have 103 slides from the book. This is what is in the book. And what is the proof that it's a proof? There is a proof for God. There is a proof that I am messenger of God. There is a proof that I am talking with God. The unified field. What is the unified field? All of these things I will describe. Hmm. 73. I will leave 73 at the end of my slides. Number 1. 11 commandments. I brought you shall not kill 4 humans at that time, because I was raised in the castle of Pharaoh and all of them were vegetarian. And you dumb human made it, you shall not murder, you should not kill human, but killing animals is alright. No, it's not. This is a statement of Satan who added to your old books. I started your civilization's laws, 11 commandments. I mean, say I, not me. God sent me, I gave you. But that commandment that you should not kill, I added there. I had argument with him on the mountain. He said, okay, that's fine, add to it. And I added. Now I'm saying you very clearly, you should be vegan. I read 11 commandments shortly. 1. Worship only God, the Creator. 2. Do not make any idols. Idols, singers, dancers, politicians, poets, all of this garbage, no. Idol worship and Hindus, no. All of these are described well. The book is 803 pages. I described everything. I'm not going to say everything. This video will come several hours. What is idol is in the book. Number 3, do not misuse the name of God. Misuse, preach word of God and make money. No, if you do, go to hell. Number 4, Sabbath. 6 days work, Saturday no work. Pope, I don't know which one of them, some centuries ago, some idiot Pope, all popes from beginning to this last one, number 112. This is the last Pope, he's gonna die, I mean he will be killed. They were working for Satan. He changed Saturday to Sunday. That's word of Satan. God said 6 days work, Saturday no work. Why? Description more in the book. 5. Respect your parents. 6. Do not kill innocent humans and innocent other animals. You should not kill anybody who is innocent. Corpse eaters are murderers, kill them. Butchers, kill them. Hunters, kill them. Corpse eaters, kill them. They are not innocent. Chicken is innocent, cow is innocent, sheep is innocent, fish is innocent. You should not kill any innocent. 7. Sex only with your committed wife or husband. Not anybody with anybody like garbage that you are in this present civilization. No, only a man and a woman. Sex, yeah, that's fine, do it with husband and wife, a man and a woman. Lesbians, homosexuals kill like parasites, like bacteria. 8. Do not steal. 9. Do not lie. Very simple. This is pillars of every law of every civilization in this planet since 3,000 years ago. 10. Do not envy or desire possession of others. Don't envy, don't desire. You want something, go work for it, make money and go and get it. Don't envy others. 11. You should be vegan. Every human must become vegan. All 11 commandments must be enforced on the planet Earth for every government of every country by death penalty. We will enforce it soon with the help of God when His Ezra John Nasrullah Ghatfat, when 110 happened, when His, but be ready. Next one. Ya ayyuhan-nas qad ja'akum burhanun min rabbikum anzarun. Reasoning, belief without reasoning, towards 0. No belief without reasoning. Believing God, reasoning. I have put 7 different proofs of the existence of God in the book. I have sent proof that I am talking with God in the book, and I will present it real time to some clever people later. This is Nur al-Mubina. This is clear light, reasoning, evidence. Anybody can claim anything. I am Jesus, I am whatever. Nonsense. You should bring reasoning and proof. No reasoning, no proof. Anybody who claims I am prophet or whatever should be killed if they don't have reasoning and proof. There is only one law, justice. Justice. But justice depends on your brain, depends on your knowledge. It's a very complex subject. I described in the book. I'm just going, 100 slides are there. If I talk about each of them 1 hour, 1 minute will become several hours. No, I don't do that. I just say these are in the book. For each of them are several pages I described. Next slide. So many numerical miracles are in the book. They are in the Quran, many. They are in this Holy Book on earth, many. I described some of them and I discovered some of them and described in the book. And there will be more that I will describe before I'm dead, and there will be more that I will not have enough time to discover, and you will discover later. In the book there are many, I described them. Numerical miracles. 3 types of judgment day I described shortly, detailed in the book. Update holy books, Quran, Bible, Torah, any book of God. There is not anymore. What else is there? Hindu scriptures, most of them are garbage from Satan. And they're a stupid brain of their Hindu Brahmins. These 3 books. You are Muslim, Christian, Hindu, that's fine. Jew, fine. Believe in whatever you believe, I don't care. God doesn't care. Add this to it. You must be vegan. Every statement in Quran or Bible or Torah which is inconsistent with this, that you must be vegan, cross it with red line, rest of it, that's fine. Update it. Moses is telling you, from God. New Religion of God has a book which is wholly vegan. At every statement in this book you have to believe. But it is consistent with previous book as long as vegan concept is there. Satan is a big guy, huge. He owns this planet, he owns your life, he owns your company that you are working for, he owns your government that is governing you, he owns this planet. He is real. And these nonsense, garbage movies that you make about Satan are all disgrace. So stupid you are, you people. You don't know who is it. And you are making nonsense movies and TV programs. Degrading yourself. Proving your stupidity that you don't know who is it. He is real. He's not a concept or a ghost. He is a real person. And he is after to send every single one of you stupid people to hell. And he works best on stupid people, drunk people, and stupid people. More stupid you are, more follower of Satan you are. More you don't use your brain, more you go to hell. More you drink alcohol, destroy your brain. More you don't use it, you will follow his statement and you go to hell. In the book I spoke about Satan a lot. You should know your enemy better than your friends. Especially an enemy who is huge and you are an ant. He's more clever than you, more powerful than you a billion times. And that's why he's taking all of your 7 billion people to hell. And why he's doing it, I have described in the book. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, and Quran. These numbers in those columns, the yellow and green, is in the book. It's a huge miracle. All of them are sent by one person. I discovered this. I don't describing this table just takes an hour. Go and read in the book, or I might do it one day later. Read in the book. What is this cube? A huge cube. Imagine, gold is very heavy, huh? A cube that big, 1 kilometer this side, X, Y, Z, 1 kilometer, filled cube of gold standing there above the ground, and you are an ant under it. How fast an ant can run. You see how fast it can run? This is 1 kilometer every direction. If you run, you can go a few meters, then it will smash you. You cannot escape this 1 kilometer. You are an ant. Your speed is a speed of an ant. Your power is the power of an ant. This is an image that I painted to show you power. But whose power? Whose power? All armies of the planet Earth, America, Russia, China, England, France, everybody. Armies, have 1 million soldiers and tanks and whatever they have. Accumulate all power of all armies of all planet Earth together is as big as that ant in this picture. And that cube is power of one of our soldiers. No way to escape. And there is an army of that soldiers here right now. 57 million of them are right now here on the earth, but you cannot see them because they don't want to show themselves. That's how God works. He is owner of armies of the world. I described in the book what are those armies, where they are coming from, and how is it. You have no way to escape. The same that Pharaoh didn't have any way to escape. He's dead. You will be dead. And not only dead, dead is your wedding day. You will pray you are dead. Oh God, I want dead. You don't get dead. You will rise and burn again, rise and burn again. That's hell. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to Book of God. The state corpse eaters. In the whole planet, everybody dead and sent to hell. That is the best part of it. The fire of hell is left after that. (28:43). I described it in the book. وَلَقَدْ آتَيْنَا مُوسَى الْكِتَابَ. We have given book to Moses, the book. مِنْ بَعْدِ مَا أَهْلَكْنَا الْقُرُونَ الْأُولَى. After we have killed every one of those centuries before those nations. بَصَائِرٌ لِلنَّاسِ. This book is eye for people that with this book, with the content of this book can see. They can see. They are blind unless you believe in this book and understand what is written in it. Then you will have eye. وَهُدًى وَرَحْمَةً. This is guidance. And this is blessing of God. لَعَلَّهُمْ يَتَذَكَّرُونَ. For you to shake up and understand. 28:43 of Quran was sent for me at this time about Holy Living on Earth book. It's not about Quran. It's about Quran as well, but it is particularly about my recent book. Many of the sentences of Quran was sent to Muhammad by Gabriel for me at this time. I described it in the book. This is one of them. This is not about the book that I brought at that time. I didn't bring book. At that time, no book. I was talking and they wrote something, you know, those 5 books, Genesis and Deuteronomy, Leviticus, those books. It's not about those books. It's about this present book, Holy Living on Earth. 28:43 of Quran is about the Holy Living on Earth book of God at this time. More description in the book. Timeline. 1300 BC I came here. I brought for you 10 commandments. You shall not kill. You stupid people didn't understand. You shall not kill animals. Anybody, any innocent person. And then year 0 Jesus came, said the same thing. You should be just. And then 1400 years ago Muhammad came, said the same thing. Justice, 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 justice. Quran is book of justice. Every word that God says is about justice. The creator of universes talks about justice. And now I am here again. Justice. Read the book to understand what justice is. That stupid person, who did George Bush, that brain damaged guy, that for fun they assigned him as president of that nation. That's a great nation, but I mean, it can be. Well, that guy is a stupid guy. When he goes and steals people money and steals Iraqis oil and kill people there and take the money and give it to the American to get fat and they die. They kill those people with bomb and gun. They give money to these people to get fat because the money that came from injustice creates disease. He thinks he's doing justice. Why? Because he's stupid. To do justice, you need to use your brain. And Satan targets those people who don't use their brain. He said that in the Quran very clearly. I target those people who don't use their brains. That is why when you drink alcohol, you do stupid things and you do unjust things. I don't want to talk about it more. You know yourself. Drinking alcohol damages your brain. Drugs damages your brain. And stupidity is the disease anyway. Satan targets stupid people and drunk people more. Because they can get them, he can control them easier. justice. All prophets from the same God. He's not God of Jesus, God of Moses at that time, God of Moses at this time, God of Muhammad. There's only one. He sent all of these people and me again. For justice, to teach you justice. Sermon of Satan. That's beautiful. I will read it right now, all of it. 14:22. Imagine I come and tell you, I am going to tell you lie. I'm telling you very clearly, I lie. I tell you very clearly, and I say, no, do this and do that. How stupid you should be to believe me and do that. I told you I'm going to tell you lie. I said, I will betray you. No, follow me, and you follow me, and I take you to hell. How stupid you should be that I said that clearly, that I will betray you. And then I say, follow me, I'll give you a cookie. I'm telling a lie to you, and I'm going to betray you. Understood it? He said, yeah. Okay. Now, follow me, I give you a cookie. I give you money. You follow me, I said I will tell lie. I don't give you cookie and money, nothing. I take you to hell. How stupid you should be. He is your enemy. And you cannot oppose him. Don't oppose him. Irrelevant, you cannot win. Just don't listen to him. This sermon of Satan, 14:22 is word of Satan. In Quran, he says Satan will say this. God said that Satan will say this. Indeed, promise of the Creator is justice. This is word of Satan. The Creator, Satan worship Creator. He does that. He has belief. You don't. You're dumb. He has. He says, indeed, promise of the Creator is justice. The Creator promised you this, and it did happen. I promised you many things, and it did not. I did not fulfill my promises. I did not have any authority and power over you. In the judgment day, that everybody is resurrected, standing in front of God, and the big judge of all, Satan says this to you. I promise you stuff, I didn't fulfill it, but you followed me. How stupid you are. Except then I invited you and you accepted it. Why? Because you're dumb. Therefore, do not blame me, blame yourselves. I cannot help you now, and you cannot help me. I am unbeliever in what you believe. I told you become atheist, but I am not atheist. Satan says that in the judgment day. I told you become atheist. I am not atheist. I see God, I worship God, I listen to Him. Well, you are dumb, you believe me. You assigned partners for the Creator. You worshipped me, you worshipped Satan. And I took you to hell. I do not believe in the things that I told you, and you accepted. Indeed, for unjust people there is a painful torture. This was sermon of Satan in the judgment day. For you dumb people who will be judged and go to hell. And one of the biggest things that he did, he created this illusion in your small peanut-sized brains and crappy cultures that he doesn't exist. Next slide. These are lists of nations that God destroyed, and their sins, and their prophet. Who was their prophet? Name of the nation. What did they do? God destroyed the whole nation. This is the type of judgment day that is coming. Home of Aike, Samud, Sodom, Nuh, home of Nuh, home of Ad, home of Tubba, Egypt, time of that guy, Pharaoh guy. Name of the nation, the sin that they did. And sins of nations at this time. I say the whole planet nation. I'm against Indians. I'm against Chinese. I'm against Americans. I'm against Arabs. I'm against Jews. I'm against human species. All of you are the same corpse eaters. The whole planet is one nation. Planet Earth, all of you are one nation, and these are your sins. You are pagans. You are unbelieving in God. All of you. I'm not talking about Chinese or Arabs or Indians or Americans or Europeans. All of them are the same. All of you are unbelieving in God. All of you are worshipping Satan. All of you are doing those 7 major sins. I have written in the book what are those 7 major sins. All of you are taking commandments of God, those 10 commandments and 11 commandments, and you one lightly. You are homosexual, you are lesbians, you are sinners, you are immoral, you are garbage. And you do unfair to each other. You do unfair businesses to each other. Planet Earth is a nation of garbage, sinful people. You are gonna die. And that is the best day of your life. Because after you dead, you are going to hell. And what is hell? Hell is real. You don't believe it, you shall see soon. Then you believe it. I spoke in the book about Ravan Brahma Rakshas. Ravan is me. Moses, the spirit, the ghost, the soul that was in the body of Moses, was in the body of Ravan before. 7000 BC I came as Ravan. And I killed over 110,000 Brahmins in India. Gurus, Faqirs, Brahmins, priests. You know, the Brahmins are priests of present time. I killed them, me and my brother, Kumbhakarna. We killed them because they were corrupt. They were teachers of groups of people, and then the teacher is corrupt, makes corruption distributed. We killed them. Ravan is here now. Then I came as Moses, I am here again. I spoke about Ravan in the book and corrected a lot of nonsense. It is Ramayana is garbage, all lie, and other books that Indians have. You don't know you don't know your history. You don't know. I corrected them. Chapter 85, I'm talking about content which is in the book. Every 10 pages I chose one and I'm talking about. There are way more, 800 pages, you go and read. I talk about time. Nature of time, with formulas, with the physics formulas. Not so complex, but I have some formulas there and described it. Why God can't do anything? God says, Elza, Kun fayakun, God decides something, it's done instantly. Instantly. Why? How? How it works? It is related to nature of time. It's in the book. Time and space are convertible. I described it in the book with the physics. Why? Because I want to tell you power of God and how power of God works. 50:15. This verse is about time explained in the book. Chapter 90. 11 heads of Ravan. I spoke about Ravan extensively. This slide is about miracles in this new book of God, Holy Week on Earth, and I discovered. When you read them, you will see I cannot make them. Just way beyond capabilities of a human brain to do that. Description is in the book. In the book there are practical uses, practical processes for you to overcome your shortcomings. Shortcomings like anger and hate. Anger. Hate is alright. Hating criminals is alright. Hate and love are two sides of one coin. You should hate corpse eaters and kill them and destroy them, and you should love animals. Two sides of one coin. What anger is a disease. You cannot fight when you are angry. You are inaccurate. How? by collecting power. How to collect power? I described many chapters about how to do that. Justice is the only standard. All of those 11 commandments are coming from justice. Commandment 11, you should be vegan. Planet Earth, human must become vegan. Or else the judgment will destroy this nation. The whole earth is one nation, not American and Indian and Arab nation. One nation, the earth will be destroyed. Planet stays, humans, unjust humans will be killed. Two, 216. Two, 216. كتب عليكم القتال. It is written for you, fight with gun, war. On the path of God, for the religion of God, at the moment is vegan religion. It is difficult for you, you don't like it. Of course you don't want to go and take a gun and kill people and get wounded and pain and die, you don't like it. There are lots of stuff that are, you don't like it, but it's good for you. Lots of stuff that you love it, but it's bad for you. You like drugs, it destroys your brain. You like alcohol, destroys your liver and kidney and brain. You like it, but it's bad for you. You like peace, yeah, you like it, but it's bad for you. Why? Because corpse eaters destroy you. They are killing your sisters and brothers with gun, with knife. Sheep and cow and chickens are your sisters and brothers. You are all the same. You are a human animal, that's a chicken animal. They are all the same. Your enemies are killing them with knife and you are sitting here, peace, peace, peace. What peace? Peace, dirt off my shoes. You have to fight with gun. Allahu ya'lamu wa antum la ta'lamun. God knows and you don't know. Yes, a lot of stuff are bad for you, you like it. It destroys you. A lot of stuff good for you, like war. Good for you. Destroys the death of this nation, the planet Earth nation. Death of planet Earth nation is shame of corpse eating. You have to remove this disease with violence. Your enemy is violent. They have knife. They kill the pig with knife. You cannot sing with the guy with the knife in his hand. You should have sword. You should have knife. This is a symbol of violence. Solution is violent. Death. They are bringing death. 50 billion animal death. You have to bring death for them. These are not symbol of peace and love. Love for animals. Death for corpse eaters. You have to fight. 216. It's in Quran and it is in Holy Week on Earth too. Same God. God of war. It is in Torah too. I read the verse half an hour ago. God, Yahweh, is God of war. You cannot bring justice without violence. Chapter 119. You see, I'm skipping many chapters, just a few indicators of what is in the book. Event of 8,000 years holiday. Yes, I came here 7,000 BC as Ravan, killed 110,000 priests, Brahmins of India. That's why still this stupid nation are burning my statue every year. And they are dumb. They say Ravan was a demon. Yes, I was demon for you. You are garbage parasites. I'm antibiotic. Destroying parasites. No, I was prophet of God at that time. I was prophet of God at the time of Moses. That time. I'm prophet of God now. Same soul. And then I had 8,000 years of holiday. I described what we did in the universe with this slide. We moved some planets somewhere, from somewhere to somewhere. Very cool things we did. I described. How do I know this? In intense meditative state that soul gets out, he will be revealed. I described even for you how to do that type of meditation. And 1 out of 1,000 of you cannot do it, but if you achieve it, you will get access to the plane, to the database of God. If he wants to, he will tell you. Chapter 136, significance of 94. Chapter 94 of Quran, God sent for me at this time. For Moses at year 2018, then he wants to send him again. He planned it ahead 1400 years ago, sent it to Gabriel to tell Muhammad. Muhammad said it, and for now, a lot of words of Quran are for me at this time, to use at this time. I described what is this chapter 97 and why this claim is truth. You can read it. Then we have a report of destruction of Andromeda. The whole galaxy, 100 trillion stars are there, destroyed. You cannot understand because it takes thousands of years for its light to come here. A few thousand years later, the light will come. If the earth is still there, you will understand. This thing that I'm reporting to you, we did. I mean, we observed it. We didn't do zilch. We observed, God did. I report now. The galaxy is destroyed, vanished. At the moment, it's not there anymore. 100 trillion stars, gone. Its light will come here a few thousand years later. 3 entity, 3 devil system, 3 evils were there. This planet assigned 1 Satan because you are dumb. 1 Satan is enough for you. And you see, this Satan owns you, owns all of your businesses, owns Freemasons, owns Illuminati, owns all of your governments, owns all of your writers and poems and Hollywood and everything. He owns it. He's enough. Andromeda were way more advanced. They had the 3 Satan system. It's a very complex thing. I described it in the book. How do I know these things? He told me. I was not in Andromeda. I was on the earth. Well, he told me. I described how it worked and why it was corrupted, and the whole 100 trillion star gone. He did it, very nice. Chapter 149. Reincarnation is a fact. I came here in 1903 and I was killed as a soldier in Mexico. In front of the wall, 12 bullets. Came to me, he told me, I'm telling you, it's in a book. No, he says, عليك البلاء وعلينا الحساب. 1340. Ra'd. Ra'd means thunder. Chapter of thunder in Quran. Name of the chapter in Quran is thunder. 13. You explain for me, and don't worry about it. Their account is on me. God says that. You don't kill yourself to convert them. I know I'm not going to convert anybody. You are too stupid to convert. Vegans are clever. Corpse eaters are as stupid as dog. Doesn't matter they are astronauts in the space station. A stupid corpse eater eat shit. Eat corpse of a cow that carried with them from here to space station. For brick's sake, you are an astronaut, you know some physics and mathematics. This is shit, this is garbage. Stupid. Human species is stupid, what can you do? He says, alayka al-bala, alayna al-hisab. Your job is described for them clearly. Their account is on me, I will keep account. I will keep their account, judge them, send them to hell, send them for punishment, they learn by pain. If they are clever, learn now and become vegan. Vegan is not superior human, they are not superhuman, no. Vegans are 1 level above dog. Level 0 of humanity is vegan. Lower than vegan, corpse eater and dogs are the same. Chapter 152. My hand is white. He had a base of Moses at that time. I gave the guy with her own reasoning. This is what you are doing is wrong. It's injustice. It's against law of God. Stop it or we are going to kill you, man. He was like my brother, you know, we grew up together. What you are doing is wrong. Injustice. This is the reasoning. Right now I'm bringing reasoning. With reasoning I am explaining for you that this is God who is talking with me and this is the proof. With reasoning I am telling you there exists a God. And my white hand is Vegan University described in the book how you are going to make it. Vegan. 11th commandment. Every human should be vegan. فانظر إلى طعامك is the Quran. Look at what you eat. It should be tayyib, it should be clean and nice. An apple, an orange, grape, these are nice, clean food for human. Corpse, bloody, garbage, corpse of an animal is not food for human, it's food for dog. Same in Leviticus 22:25. Neither from the hand of a foreigner shall you offer the bread of your God, of any of these, because their corruption is in them, in the food. There is a blemish in them. Food is corrupted. They shall not be accepted. Food offering, peace offering, any offering to God you want to do, in fact, what is it offered to animals? We say, this is offering to God. You buy 1 kilogram rice, go and give to birds to eat. Leviticus 22:25 affirms work of Dr. Emoto. Dr. Emoto, go and Google him. He is working on the crystals of water. Leviticus 20:25 is that. The same as verse in Quran that says, فَانْظُرْ إِلَى طَعَامِكَ. Same God, said the same thing to Gabriel to give it to Muhammad, wrote it in Torah as well. Food should be prepared by a pious person with clean consciousness. If a stupid person makes a food, the food has a stupidity in it. If a corrupt person makes a food, the food has corruption in it. Don't eat. I don't eat anything outside except then maybe potato chips. So somebody made it. Some stupid humans made it. Their stupidity is in the food. This is proof of work of Dr. Emoto. He is proving it with the electron microscope and water. Put the water and put the word, constructive word on it. It's a symmetrical crystal. Put the bad word on it. It's an ugly crystal. The same thing. Food is prepared by pious people, or else don't eat it. Eat raw thing. Eat the fruits. That's the safest thing. Garbage in, garbage out. You eat garbage, you go and act like a garbage. Page 314 of the book, I made a diagram of relationship between God and Satan and human. It's a complex relationship. Go and look at the diagram. There is only one standard, justice. Is that justice go and kill an innocent cow, an innocent sheep or innocent chicken? You have power over chicken, we have power over you. We destroy your planet. Planet is there, planet stays. We kill everybody, every human on the planet. Yeah? You have power over chicken, you do that. We have power over you, we wipe you out like a bacteria that you are, you corpse eaters. Justice is the only standard. When I say we, who is we? People from we, white Fanis Majoris. The star, 5,000 light years from here, army is coming from there. Who is talking about alien? No, you will not see any alien. angels. You will not see any angels. Invisible. But you see its result, which is destruction. Wait for the smoke in the sky. Every day when you wake up, if you wake up, look at the window and see that type of, the smoke of mushroom clouds of hydrogen bombs. Size. If you paint a circle on a building, 84 level, that size of Canis Major is comparing with 4 centimeter size of the sun, and size of the earth is a pixel. Tip of a needle, smaller than that. And your bacteria on that thing, that's the size. Army is coming from there. You will not see. There is no alien invasion. In all of your movies, alien invasion, it won't be like that. You just see that you are dead. Description in the book. It's my job to tell you how is it. Page 367, number 7, 11 to 4. Sacrifice. Muslims, Jews, whoever you are, sacrifice. Sacrifice is not sacrificing with sheep. Cut your own throat, sacrifice yourself, you garbage. Corpse eater. Sacrifice money, your real God. Your real God is money. Sacrifice that. Law of sacrifice for Jews, Muslims, Christians is changed. Meal offering, sin offering, peace offering, whatever offering that you want to do to God is money. Your real God. Something that you really love. Your money you love, your wallet is connected to your heart, sacrifice that. How? Spend it for creating justice for animals. Give it to vegan animal sanctuaries. Go and buy food and give to animals. Centuries of injustice you have done to families of these animals. You have to right those wrongs. That is sacrifice. This is the new law. Law has changed. In Quran, in Bible, in Torah, everywhere that is anything about animals, cross. You are not allowed to use, misuse, any type of use of any animal for any reason. You are not allowed to ride a horse. Horse is want to run in the street, run. If distance is long, you walk or die. Use car. You don't have car, don't go. Who cares? You are not allowed to use any animal for any reason. You are not allowed to use it for medical research. Do medical research on volunteer humans or not, or don't do research and die of disease. Who cares? You are not allowed to do any use or misuse of any animal. Vegan. Sacrifice law is changed. Kill butchers and hunters freely if you can. Still there is law. Police in every country, government laws. If they get you, they send you to prison, and so plan well. Don't get arrested. Life of one vegan equivalent of life of 1,000 garbage corpse eaters. Don't sacrifice that. Plan well. I told you how to do it. Plan well. Chaos starts soon. When the chaos starts, go and make the list of them and wipe them out like bacteria. This is word of God. Cursed be one who kills an innocent. And all people shall say, Amen. Deuteronomy 27:25. Corpse eaters, butchers and hunters are the most unjust. They are killing innocent animals. They shedding their life is free as shedding water on the floor. In this, I made a painting of sword of Imam Ali. Ali was Lion of God. 1400 BC, he was son-in-law of Prophet Muhammad. He was working for justice, and he was dead. He was killed for justice. He fought for justice and he killed for justice. Page 433. I'm describing for you new pranayama prayer. This is more efficient of salat that Muslims do, and I don't know what Christians do. They go to the church and sing and dance, or they chanting the beat. Before sunrise, before sunset, you have to do 1 hour pranayama. How? I described how. This is Muslims, salat is 5 times a day. Together is 20 minutes. Not enough. That's why they are like useless, inefficient that they are. Jews are officially Satan worshippers. I don't know what they do. They don't do nothing. They sit there and read Torah without understanding it. Before sunrise, before sunset, 1 hour every day. You have to do it. I described how. Chapter 299, I'm describing Kun Fayakun, when God decides things happen, how it works. How it works. Description is in the book. It depends on the power. You want to make this building, a 10-level building, today. You have to get an architect and make a design, a construction engineer, make a design and calculate and raise money and buy the material and hire workers and build it. It takes months and years. From the today that you decided until the day that everything is clean and nice and you open the door, it takes a year, 2 years, whatever it takes. Why? Because you are weak, you don't have power. If you are 3 people, it takes a year, it takes 100 years for you to do that, because power of 3 people. If you have $10 million and you hire hundreds of people, it will take a year or 6 months. If you have $1 billion and power of zillion terawatt, it will happen instantly. That's how it works. I described it in the book. Power of God. In page 447, I made a diagram about path of prosperity and path of destruction. I don't describe it now, read in the book. Chapter 327, I said, do not trust your heart. Your heart is shit. Your heart is garbage. Your heart is in the hand of Satan. Do not trust your heart. Trust your brain. Keep it clean. Don't drink alcohol. Keep it functional. Trust your brain, not your heart. Satan and his agents whisper in your heart. This is one of the most efficient deceptions that he made fashion. Trust your heart, trust your heart. Yes, trust your heart. This is word of Satan. Your heart doesn't have brain, doesn't think, feeling are chemical processes in your brain and those receptors. Don't trust your heart. I explained it very well. Why? You want to trust your heart, that is fine. Do it and follow Satan, whispers, and go to hell. Your choice. I described why. For your own sake. God tell me. You just explain for them clearly. They do it or not, I will keep their account. Page 466. 11 sons and daughters of Satan. Sins. Pride, vanity, anger, delusion of being a proprietor and controller. I am the man, I am boss of this company, we have 40,000 employees. Oh yeah? Pharaoh has, I don't know, 1 million people working for him, and he's dead like a mosquito in the sea. All of those nations, Acre, nation of Lut, Samud, all of those nations, destroyed. Pride. Pride comes from a stupidity and a narrow-mindedness. These are sins. You shouldn't do. And why you shouldn't do sin? Because it makes you weak and destroys you. I made another diagram about God and you and Satan, how it works. Go and read to understand. His job, Satan's job, is deceive you to break the laws of God and go to hell. Then his job is done. Who's going to lose here? You. Pain and misery will be for you, not for him. He's doing his job. Chapter 346, I'm talking about standards of value. 25 standards of value according to words of the creator of universes. Not money, not followers, not popularity, not all of this garbage that you believe in your garbage society and garbage culture. And I'm not talking about Europeans, I'm talking about Europeans, Chinese, Arabs, everybody in planet Earth, everyone is corrupted, the same. The standards of value for you is upside down because Satan made it upside down for you to disguise you. Real standards of God is self-control, seeing, analyzing, fighting for God. 25 standards are there. Chapter 350, Ali, Imam Ali, was son-in-law of Prophet, a big sword man, very brave man, very intelligent man, he was a very cool guy. He was called Asadullah, Lion of God. Lion. This is another miracle written in Quran. The animal of that, which animal is it, is not in Quran, I'm telling you. The Quran says, God says, when the end time comes, an animal will rise from the earth, will talk with human language. God told me twice to tell you. If such a thing happens, you will see in the TV and everywhere. I said, which animal is it? He said, it is a lion. When you see a lion, it's a miracle, one of the miracles. At the end time. When that happens, you are doomed. That nation of the earth will be destroyed because of the sins that they have done, and the biggest one is injustice to animals. When the lion talks with human animal, you will see you are dead. You read your will. I mean, there is no will. What's the will? All of you will die. Will for somebody who's left. Vegans will leave, will be staying and inherit the earth. Page 496 onward, maybe 20-30 pages, I wrote about numerical miracles in Quran. One of them in Torah I wrote before in that green and yellow diagram. In this page onward, I'm describing miracles and numerical miracles in Quran. I didn't discover them. Dr. Rashad Khalifa discovered them in 1980 with a computer. A lot of people spoke about it. I write it here too. Because the same God, the same book, same person. It's a very cool, complex thing. Do not follow your heart. From chapter 381. Numbers 15:39. Numbers 15:39. Christians, so-called Christians, Jews, is your book. I brought it. I said it that time, I say it again now. Remember, this is a translation. Remember all the commandments of the Lord, Yahweh, the God, the creator of universe, said, do them. Go not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which you use to go astray. Your heart is room for whispers of Satan. Follow your emotions and gut feeling and heart, you go to hell. Follow your brain, writing down analyzing, thinking, reasoning, evidence, proof, then he cannot touch you. Don't use your brain, you go to hell. Chapter 386, 112 chapter 112 of Quran. What Muslims call it, I don't know. It should be chapter unity. They call it ikhlas. Ikhlas means sincerity. Nonsense. Name of the chapter should be unity. Chapter 112 should be unity. I made some painting for it and described it very well. Go and read. There is only one God. Chapter 115. Printed Quran at 114. 115, I wrote it recently. Chapter 115 of Quran, I wrote to add to your Quran. Print it, add it to your Quran. I didn't write, he sent me. God, the Creator sent me. I wrote it down. This is 115. One additional chapter for Quran. No, nobody can write. It's written in Quran. Nobody can write any chapter. Yes, unless God helps him. It's written there. He sent it again. He sent an additional chapter for Muslims. Go and read. Heaven is truth. Hell is truth. What is their nature? In the book. 554, page 554, description of who is going to heaven, who is going to hell. 80% go to hell out of the 20%. The 20%, top of them, about 1% will go to heaven. You are all doomed. Don't use brain. Don't understand what I say. Don't follow new religion of God. You are going to die and go to hell. Description very, very clearly I made there with the diagram. Chapter 94, I said before, God, the Creator, sent to Gabriel. Gabriel sent to Muhammad, wrote it there, for me at this time. For Moses at this time. It's in the book. Holy Way on earth. Alam nashrah laka sadrak. Didn't I expand your soul? Expansion of soul. Ezhab ila Fir'aun innahu tagha. Go to Fir'aun. They started rebellion against laws of God, which is laws of justice. Is in the book. What else we have? 2 hours so far. Proofs of existence of God. Do believe in God, do believe not in God, I am agnostic, I am atheist. You are all stupid, you don't have any reason. Agnostic means I am so stupid that cannot think to find a solid reason to say it doesn't exist. Or I'm too stupid to understand the reasoning that it does exist. That is agnosticism. Don't confess your stupidity, study and learn. I wrote in this book 7 proofs of God. Mathematical proof. If you are very clever, read the mathematical proof. Logical proof. With end order modal logic. Is in the book. If you are clever one, read the clever ones. I wrote with the physics. Proofs of existence of God from physics of this year 2018. Not physics of time of Aristotle. And communication proof. Proof. Read the proof. Each one of them takes hours to describe. Go and read in the book. If God wants, I might describe one by one later in videos. But initially you read the book. Proofs. And I said God exists not because I feel like it. I feel like there is somebody, a ghost or something, is a big one, good one. No, that's not nonsense. That's faith based on without proof. There is reasoning and proof, mathematical proof, logical proof, physics proof in this book of God. I wrote it for you to learn. If you are atheist and you have brain, read it and understand there is God. And this is the reasoning. I don't say believe. Open your heart, bring your Jesus and close it as Jesus is there. That is nonsense. There is no proof for that. Maybe you open your heart, Satan will come and stays there and you'll become Benny Hinn and talk with tongues. Proof and reasoning is in this book. God exists and this is the reason. Reasoning is step by step. It's in the book, read. "18 names of God in this slide. Huwa, Allah, Allazi, La ilaha illallah. It's beautiful. I don't want to do injustice to it and go over it quickly. Names of God are in this. 59:22. Chapter 59, 22, 23, and 24. I made it in one nice diagram in the book, you will see. Names of God. Chapter 429. Light of God. Allah Nur Samawat wal Ard. God is the creator, is light of universes and the earth. Then this slide is diagram of one of the logical proofs of existence of God. Then in this slide we have biological reasoning. Reasoning for existence of God based on biology. Science of biology. Chapter 437 we have proof number 4, mathematical proof of existence of God. This is the proof that Saint Anselm worked on it, Leibniz worked on it, Newton works on it. They improved it. Gödel, Professor Gödel, logician, worked on it. And present Professor of University of New York. He formulated it. I showed it in the book. I didn't write all of it. It's 200 pages book itself. Go and get the types, tableaus, and Gödel's God. That's the book. I described it here. Introduced the book. This is a book that sold in the whole planet. Maybe 10 logical professors of some universities bought it and, oh, that's cool, and put it in their library. What? Proof of God, written by formulas, is there. Mathematical proof. Go and read it. You read it, you don't understand it anyway. You have to learn the logic languages before, then read it. But it's there. If you are clever, read it. If you are dumb, read the simple proofs. You know how clever you are. I have put simple proofs, medium simple proofs, and most complex proofs of existence of God in the existence of God in this book, the Holy Vegan and Book of God, the latest book of God. Because anything that doesn't have any reasoning and proof worth zero. Millions of Christians are just believe. You look at their actions, because their actions are based on not proof, based on heart, and Satan is in their heart. What did they do? 300 years killed Muslims. Muslims killed Christians. Why? Because both are followers of Satan. They don't understand what they're doing. He gave fuel to that 300 years war between Muslims and Christians because they don't think. You idiots, both are worshipping the same God. Don't fight with each other. Page 608, I'm talking about vacuum energy. The complex physics concept of these days. Go and Google it, study several hours about it. In this book of God, I describe it, because that is power of God. It's so beautiful, huge. I gave you an example of a 1 kilometer each side, a cube, 1 kilometer each side, made by gold that heavy, standing there 1 meter above the ground, and you are an ant under it. That much power. Now imagine that much power, 1,000,000,000 times more. That's power of vacuum energy. I explained it well in the book. Chapter 439, I'm talking about proof number 6, physics proof based on unified string field. Unified field, that is the God. The unified field is the God. So what is the unified field? There are 4 fields, and the unified field of a string field, and Professor Witten unified the 5 string fields. All of these things I described in the book. That is the God. These were 2 sentences, tens of pages in the book, I explained it. It's a consciousness field and is a person. Hindus, Krishna people understand some part of it. Say Krishna is a person, Krishna is God. Krishna was a guy playing flute. He's not a God. He was a man, if he existed. But the concept of God is a person is truth. God, the Creator, is a person. He has his own goal, his plans, he acts on it, and he manipulates everything. Free will you have, oh yeah, wishful thinking, a small amount of free will. About free will I also described in the book, how it works. And then comes the proof of communication. I wrote these proofs for those people who says we are clever, we are atheists, believe in science, believe in logic, believe in mathematics, and we don't know, we are agnostics or we are unbeliever atheists. I wrote these things for them. They read, they say, oh yes, this is science, this is physics, this is mathematics. If I understand it, I believe it. Believe based on reasoning and proof, which is in this book. For me, it's different. I'm talking with him every day, several times. Proof of communication. I'm behind this wall, somebody this side of the wall is saying something, I answer, I say something, he answers, the communication is happening. I cannot see him with eye. I'm looking at the wall, but somebody from the other side of the wall is talking with me. I said, so there is somebody there who's talking with me. This is proof of communication. When I show you the communication is taking place, you believe in that too. Communication, two-way communication between the Creator of universes and Moses is happening in real time through a computer. This iPhone is a computer, this iPad is a computer, in any desktop computer, Linux, Mac OS, any computer. You just can run JavaScript, this software works. For this proof, I am describing more now. Miracle. What is miracle? Red Sea parted, became dry, we passed there, Pharaoh followed us. As soon as we went to the other side of the land, water came back together and all of them are drowned. And we were standing there and saying, look at that, this is miracle. Huh? Miracle is something happening that you cannot do it, God can do it. Or Jesus, what did Jesus do? He made a dead guy alive. He made a sick guy alive. What did Muhammad do? Muhammad didn't do anything. Muhammad brought these books, Quran. And this is miracle because he was an illiterate Arab. He was illiterate. He couldn't read and write. That was God. That was why God made that miracle to him. Everybody knew him. 40 years he was. What was he doing? He was carrying camels from this city to that city and selling something. He didn't have money either. Money of the guy, money of his later wife, buying something with the camel, going to the other city, selling, and this was his job, and he was illiterate. Muhammad, peace be upon him. He was a cool man, he was a great man. So, God brought this book, which is very, very, very complex, to him. Everybody knew his miracle. But the guy cannot read and write. How on earth he can write such a thing? Not possible. It is miracle. That was his miracle. Miracle of Jesus, you know all of the miracles of Jesus. Made the dead alive. My miracles at that time, 9 miracles were there, is written in the book. Frogs and water become red and Red Sea and stuff like that. No human can do these things. God can do, shows miracles when he decides, for a prophet that he decides at the time that he decides. Now, year 2018, God sent Moses again with the miracle of this time, which is a software in a computer, undisputable. Through me, I have a systems engineering degree and a computer science degree. Master degree in computer science, my PhD subject was artificial intelligence, brain of Maria, brain of a robot. I'm a computer guy. Oh, I can describe it. If I was studying, suppose, carpentry, or I was studying, I don't know, whatever. I was not an authority to describe a computer miracle. And I will describe it well when I present it real time. Now I show you what is it. I tell you what is it. The proof is a computer software that shows numbers on the computer screen, and he controls it. I say he, I say the light of God. It's not the God, it's just a lamp. The representative of light of God. He controls it. These knives are representative of sword of cherubim. Cherubim, what is it? It's in the book. Angel of God. Protecting the truth. Through this software, God sends number on computer screen without internet connection. And the software, I have written it through his instructions. Many versions I wrote. The most simple version I describe for anybody who has any, you pass just one computer science language degree, you understand it. One language, any language of computer language, I describe it, you understand it. And you will see how it works. So simple, I wrote it so simple. How somebody, the God, the Creator, can control this machine to create number on any computer and screen, any operating system, without internet connection, no remote control. The remote control is the God. How remotely controls this machine to create a number on the screen? It needs quantum physics knowledge. I describe it now, a little. In the silicon chip, in the CPU, electrons are moving here and there. And electrons movement in the CPU that has millions, 7 million, 10 million, 12 million transistors in it are following laws of quantum mechanics, quantum physics. They are not predictable. This electron goes this way or that way. Do not follow Newtonian law, they follow quantum law. Move this way, that way, CPU works, process it, all sorts of internal parts of the computer works until it shows a text on the screen. It needs somebody, it needs the unified field. Is the field of consciousness is beyond matter, is in control of matter, is in control of those electrons to control movement of these electrons this way and that way, and the current goes a fraction of microampere this way or that way until this software creates a certain number. He calculates it backward in fraction of second. I say something, I talk with God in human language, or they're in English or other language or other, or I don't even need to talk. I think about my sentence, or I talk, or I write. He can see, he can read, he's everywhere. And besides, what he wants to tell me, according to that, he gives me a number from Quran or a number from Torah. The number appears on computer screen, and then I go and read the book and say, oh, this is the sentence, this is my answer. And this way we do communication two-way. That was description in the high level. To low level description, I have to put the code on the projector and describe it, copy it to a USB. The guy who is observing, bring his computer here, empty it, it's his computer, and he sees that this is the code with the USB put in his computer, disconnect the internet, and it works. Why it works? Because somebody is observing what you are doing and controls that machine. It works, means what? We start communicating, asking questions, he answered, then they will see somebody is answering you. That is the miracle. That's the miracle of this age, the age of computers. That is why I said this is the most important event in the last 1400 years of history of this planet. Before this was the coming of Muhammad, who brought Quran for you. Before that, when Jesus came and said you stuff, and before that was when I brought 10 Commandments from God. In the last 1400 years, every event is in the shadow of this event, this miracle, two-way communication with the creator of the universes, the unified field, with the computer software. Communication of God and Moses. I wrote about it in the book. I have even put the code in the book, I think. Proof of design. It's a simple proof, is in the book. This slide shows the distributed network of consciousness of the unified field in the universe, in trillions of galaxies everywhere, in the space-time, everywhere. This painting is representation of that. I explained it in the book. This is a representation of the distributed network of particles of God. God, the creator of universes, artistically is represented as billions and billions and trillions and unlimited number of particles that are everywhere in the universe, in every direction. That is how, whatever you do, wherever you are, on the earth, in the space, in the light, in the dark, anywhere, God can see you because you are inside it. The unified field is the field of creation, which is the God, the creator of universes, that create all other fields, and other fields create matter, and is everywhere. The next one is the same. I explained it with more detail in the book. Is that picture. Now here, I have written here لعنة الله على الشيطان الرجيم, and represented Satan as a dragon. First of all, Satan is not a dragon. It's different. But artistically like that. Sentence is this: God cares and rejection be on Satan, Shaitan, who was rejected from the presence of God. Whenever you read Holy Week on Earth, whenever you read Quran, whenever you read Torah, whenever you read Bible, before starting, you say that. You say, let God reject Satan and he not be around me. But he's always around me. Not always, sometimes. And you say, go away, go away, go away. Right? So it doesn't. Deceive you. Satan and agents of Satan come to your heart. Whisper in your heart. قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس. This is number 114 of the old book. Say, I seek refuge to the Creator of universes, who is King of people, who is subject of worshipping by people, from Waswas al-Khannas, from whispers of Khannas, those agents of Satan, الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس, they whisper inside your heart. Right? God is telling you where they start. They don't go to your brain, because if you have some brain, and if you do use it, if you haven't destroyed it with drugs and alcohol, it's more difficult to seduce somebody with reasoning when he doesn't have any reasoning. But with heart and God feeling and intuition, all of those nonsense things that comes to your heart, and then you make decision that is always wrong, that always bring you down, one level down and down and down until it takes you to hell. Yeah, it's easier to deceive stupid people with their heart, not with the mind. Never trust your intuition, because intuition is wrong. Never trust your heart. I described this in the book in many, many pages, more than this. So, you say, Satan, please get away from me, but that's it. Do not try to offend him, because that's a very stupid thing to do. You are an ant, and he is an example of a dragon of 400 meters tall. What can you do? Your level of intelligence is whatever you have, 97, level of your intelligence, 100. The most clever human in the earth, suppose Max Planck or Einstein, 180. The professor of mathematics, suppose 133, 140. This is the level of intelligence of this thing, this human thing. Level of intelligence of Satan is thousands with this scale. So, very intelligent, unimaginable with your peanut brain, very powerful that you see, he owns this planet. Everything. All banks, all businesses, all industries, all TV, radio, broadcast, everything. He owns you. Knowledge, power, experience, age. He came here, when? Before you started it. When your first monkey guy became a human guy, the first mutation, he was here before. To misguide you from a start, and he did well. Now look what you have done to this planet. You are 3 minutes before self-destruction, completely self-destruction. You cannot destroy the planet, but you kill yourself by destroying resources and destroying everything. You are a disease. Human beings are a disease. This sentence was from that movie, and this is correct. So, ask God to help you to get Satan away from you, but don't offend, because you will pay for it. 11 commandments again, not 10, 11. Number 11 is every human must become vegan. And all 10 commandments and the 11th commandment must be enforced on the earth by death penalty through every government of the planet. And it shall be done. Wait and see how. Numbers 12, 7 and 8. Moses is trusted by Yahweh. God speaks with him directly. You should be afraid to speak against him. Be warned. Unity. There is no God of Christian, God of Muslims, God of Jews, 10,000 God of Hindus, Brahma and Vishnu and all sorts of nonsense that they say. There is only one God. One. That's it. That is the unified field. I explained how is it, what is its nature, how you can describe it with present physics formulas and the unified field theory. Chapter of Unity, chapter 112. I translated all chapters very well in the book, and many other chapters. There are many miracles, complex numerical miracles in the Holy Week on earth that I discovered. And I explained how it works in the book. And there are many that I haven't discovered yet. Maybe I discover some and describe for you later. And maybe in the next few thousand years you will do it yourselves. Proofs of God. If you're agnostic, that means I'm so stupid to have any opinion. I'm so stupid to research and understand and make an opinion and say yeah, God exists or God doesn't exist. Like that guy, Immanuel Kant, the biggest philosopher. In that thick book, Critique of the Pure Mind or whatever nonsense that he wrote, he didn't prove that God doesn't exist. He proved that he is so stupid that he cannot prove he exists or he cannot prove that he doesn't exist. That's all it is. With all of that nonsense, complex German language that he wrote. There are more than 7 proofs of existence of God. Existence of what? The existence is how stupid it is. I proved that existence exists. But anyway, I did. It is there in the book. There are many proofs, mathematical proof, logical proof, proof based on biology, proofs based on physics, simple proofs for simple-minded people to complex proofs that has 14 pages formulas and 200 pages description. All of them are in the book. If you are clever, read the complex one. If you are dumb, read the simple one. In any case, you have no excuse to say, I didn't know, there isn't any proof. Yes, there is proof. It is in the book. Read and understand that exists. The creator of universes exists. Belief without reasoning and knowledge and evidence, worth 0. This is another mathematical proof. Too complex to talk 2 minutes about it. It's in the book with detail. It's another mathematical proof. This is Lagrangian of the unified field. One formula that by changing its parameters, you change this parameter, you get this field. Change that parameter, you get that field. Change that parameter, you get this string and these elementary particles. This is the unified field. I didn't write it. Dr. Hagelin wrote it, and I got it from his web pages of Maharishi University. He's a professor of physics working for CERN for some time. The unified field, the field that creates other fields, another field creates everything, is described by mathematics, complex mathematics in this age. And that is the God, that's a person. who has limitless power, limitless knowledge, limitless age. It is ancient, it is old. God was not created at a certain time. لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. Chapter 112. Was not born, was not given born to anything, and nobody is as strong as him. It means limitless power, and it is old. Old means eternity in the past. How does that work? I explained in the book. That person who has his goal and he manipulates everything, including minds of every single one of you, when he wants for the goals that he wants, is described now. Full description is in the book. Read. Holy Vegan Earth, the last book of God, the creator of universes, given to humans who don't deserve it by Moses, me, at this time, in this age, year 2018. God sent strings of numbers. I translated them to human language, put that in that book. That's your Holy Vegan Earth book for the new religion of God. Vegan religion. All Muslims must become vegan. All Christians, all Jews, and Hindus, that they should be anyway. Krishna told them 5,000 years ago. They are too dumb. There are still many of them corpse eater. And Buddha. What did Buddha say? Buddha said one sentence. Ahimsa. Don't harm people. Don't harm anybody. Don't kill animals. That's one thing that he said. You dumb boys, don't kill animals. That was one sentence that he repeated 1 billion times. But still I see some stupid Buddhists who are corpse eater like a dog. That's how stupid you are. Your teacher said one sentence. Read the Diamond Sutra. Read other writings of Siddhartha. What can we do? You're a dog. What can you expect from a dog except an eating corpse? The unified field, the God, the creator of universes, is updating all old books. Quran, Bible, Torah, all must be updated. Every sentence that is there about using or misusing or killing or sacrificing or having anything to do with any animal, including bees. Don't touch bees. You should not eat honey anymore. All of them should be crossed with the red line. New religion of God says whatever belief you have, that is fine. Believe in Quran, believe in Bible, believe in Torah. But the last book is this, Holy Vegan Earth, and everybody must become vegan. All Jews had to become Christian, all Christians had to become Muslim, and now all Muslims must become vegan. All of you. This is words of the same God who sent other books, and now this is the last book. This is formula of 4 undiscovered fields of destruction. I wrote it for you, that will be discovered in the next 300 years. We'll work on it and we'll discover it. I gave you the clue. I described what this formula means in the book. Physics does not know it yet, but they will. Because some of them will say, oh, what is that? Oh, let's think about it. Oh, let's put it as a PhD thesis of some of these students work on it. They gradually will work on it and will find it. Destructive fields. There are 4 constructive fields and there are 4 other destructive fields. Total are 8 fields. And God said that in Quran, in Arabic, and in Transcendence came to me. Okay, let's give them some clue. Physicists will work on it, and in the next few hundred years we'll find them. And it is confirmed by God. After I wrote it, I said, that is cool, man. That needs a Nobel Prize. Oh yeah, for one simple formula the baby can write, you won Nobel Prize. Then I said, okay, so, is that correct? And he said, yes. He sent me 6113 In 20 April 2014 I discovered it and wrote it, and he confirmed, yes, correct. Why did I give you a clue to start working on it and find it? Because this planet will become planet of vegans. This nation, Chinese, Arabs, Indians, Europeans, Americans, all of you, as one nation, will be destroyed in the judgment day that is coming. It means we will kill every single corpse eater. Is that set clear? And who is we? Angels of God I described in the book. And what will be left alone to live and survive is vegans. They will inherit the planet. That's the plan. That's the plan of God. Because they were to be kept. Corpse eaters are dog. They were too stupid to evolve. Vegans are not Superman, they are not super duper very clever. They are level 0 of humanity. Lower than vegan, anybody who eats corpse is in the level of dog. So humans were clever enough that came from the dog state to level 0 of human state, which is vegan. They will be kept and they will inherit the earth. Now, that's the plan. The judgment day, I told you 3 models of judgment day. One, when you die, you will be judged personally. One, in the last time that everybody will be judged. And one, this, judgment for nations. Nation, human of planet Earth is unjust and will be killed, all destroyed, vanished, and all will go to hell. Planet will be inherited by vegans. There will be very small number. But that is fine. After the big flood, how many people created all of you 7 billion pests? 8. It was Noah, his wife, 3 sons and 3 wives, 8 people. You see how you multiplied like a bacteria, and now there are 7 billion of you. So the vegans who will stay are enough for genetical pool to multiply again. The planet will be vegan. The religion will be Holy Vegan Earth. The book will be this. Holy Vegan Earth book, vegan religion, nation, one nation on the planet, vegan. They are very small, they grow later. But they have the present physics that they have. There are lots of them physicists are vegans. But you need power. The earth needs power. You need to have access to those destructive fields. With the constructive fields you made electricity and you made all of this nonsense that you have made, civilization, so-called civilization. This is not civilization, you are all dog. But you need power to protect the earth, protect the vegan planet against other forces. So that's why I gave you a clue. You have time to research about it and learn it and use some weapons out of it. This is annihilation of galaxies. God is love, God is love. No, God is not love. God is love and hate, both. God does create and does destroy. If you listen to God, He loves you and helps you. If you don't listen, He hates you and He destroys you. And He sent messengers like me, right now, and like me 3,300 years ago, and like Muhammad 1,400 years ago, to tell you, don't listen, I'm going to kill you all. That's it. And not only this pesky planet Earth, which is as big as a small dot, 0. Andromeda, 100 trillion stars were destroyed in second. Destroyed. You just look at with the telescope, you see it's still there. No, this is 2,500 years ago. The light will come and you will see later. So, His annihilation is the God scale, destroying galaxies in a fraction of a second. There are many ways that He can destroy. In that scale, I have described many of them, some of them in the book. Annihilation is essence of love. Destruction is necessary for love. Killing all of these corpse-eater humans, 6 billion of you that are destroying everything and chewing everything like bacteria, is love. How? This is a coin. This side of that is love, that side of that is hate. This side of that is construction, that side of that is destruction. You are a corpse eater, you are a dog. Every day that you live, you kill more animals, create more pain and misery. Killing you, destroying you, is love for those victims. Did you get the logic? Think about it, you will get. So, pain and misery and destruction and death, and then hell, unlimited time for corpse eaters. Love, kindness for animals. And this is God, Word of God. Animals are real, innocent children of God. You corpse-eater dog humans are also children of God, but you are stupid children of God. Vegans are more clever children of God, and animals are less clever, innocent children of God. It's not that only Jesus was children of God, everybody is children of God. God is the creator of universes. Everything which is created, that is everything, is children of God. Some stupid children of God, like corpse eaters human, are killing other innocent children of God, so they will be destroyed. Innocent children of God, which is animals, and vegans, or clever ones, more clever ones, a little more, not much, they will stay. And God destroys galaxies. With the sword, thousands of galaxies, each of them with trillions of stars, will be vanished in a second. When it is necessary, like Andromeda, I described, they were a system of 3 Satan. Planet Earth has assigned 1 Satan, because they are too stupid, you don't need more. They were ancient, they were very clever entities there. 3 Satan, with a very complex structure were working there, and they were corrupted, so all galaxy was destroyed. And there are 400 billion galaxies there out there anyway, for him doesn't matter. Chapter 499, I painted to describe 2435. 2435 of Quran is this sentence that described in this painting. Description is in the book. Holy Vegan Earth. Your last book for vegan religion, Religion of God. Brought to you by Moses in the year 2018. Again. To repeat, you should not kill, means you should not kill any innocent person. You must kill corpse eaters and butchers and hunters. First, eliminate all butchers and hunters. They are serial killers. If I give you a knife to go and kill a sheep, you cannot, because you have some empathy. But butchers and hunters are sick. Not only they are stupid, they are sick. You just get rid of all of them. There are about 6 million of them in the planet Earth. And then law will be enforced on the planet by death penalty. All 11 commandments. Chapter 504. You have many enemies. YouTube, Facebook, BBC, CBS, CNN, Hollywood studios with billions of dollars making all of these garbage movies to brainwash you, put garbage in your brain. Television with thousands of television broadcasters and radios who is going to die soon. Other demons and magazines, thousands of magazines and radios and music, all of these noisemakers with all of those garbage lyrics of their poems that are stupid and destructive and satanic. They are all your enemy. You have to have a shield around you. I described how to create this shield. Yeah, get rid of all of them. Social media is garbage. TV, music, 99% of that is garbage. It's not only garbage, it is destructive, destroys you, sends you to hell. These are tools of Satan that he's using. And he's your enemy, and you are dumb, and he's very clever. What can I do? I just warn you clearly. If you understand, that's fine. If not, in hell soon you will understand. Hell is not real. Ah yes, you soon see that. And then you will believe. 21 February 2016, that was a 97 night. Night of 97, night of determination. God sent 2013, and it was not for the first time. He sent it several times. En nacht där tog jag fasta medlemmar, Juha. I chose you to go and give the message to people, therefore listen, told me. I said many times. I have been resisting because I didn't want to. I still don't want to, but I have no choice. I have to do it. What can I do? There is nothing in it for me. Except then, it's your job. He said you do it, I do it. I'm telling you clearly. Judgment Day of the nation of planet Earth is soon happening. You'll all die. And that's the best thing that you can wish for, death. That is the best thing that you love. Because you will be sent to hell, you will be tortured for eternity. Every second in hell looks like eternity. And you will die soon anyway. How long you can live here? 70 years, 8 years, 100 years? You'll die anyway. But apart from that, the plan is designed and it is on the way for the earth, for everybody. It's selective. It's an it is an intelligent weapon that targets only corpse eaters. How is working? I described in the book. 97 is the night of determination. It's not only a couple of nights that Muslims think there are. No. Whenever he decides, he says it's 97. Okay, that's fine. From 12 o'clock at night until sunrise, you have to sit here and he tells you stuff and you write notes. And he decides with his planners for every affair of humans and animals and the planets everywhere. This is his menorah. He told me to make it, and I made it. And the red ball behind it is that vase. I painted it gold later. I said, what was that vase about? I bought it for myself as a present in the year 2012, and he said, yes, you are my messenger. Yeah. Law of prayer. Muslims, how much Muslims do prayer? 5 times a day, total 2 minutes, 4 minutes, totally 20 minutes. Not enough. How much Christians do, Jews do, I don't know. You work it out. Not enough. Law is changed. This is age of information overload. You need more. Before sunrise and before sunset. Before sunrise and before sunset. 1 hour, 1 hour. This is what you should do. Pranayama, I described how you should do that is efficient, effective. It creates result. And what is the result? Result is connecting to God, so He will guide you directly, so you don't go to this messy life that you have. That's for you, not for Him. It's waste of His time. But anyway, He has unlimited time. He wants to guide you people. He wants to convert some of you corpse eaters to vegan, so when He is going to kill everybody, you don't die. You know, more of you stay. You are a herd, you are animals, you know. For God, doesn't matter you are a cow, or you are a cat, you are a cockroach, you are a camel, or a human, or a dog, all the same. Well, He said, oh, these dogs are killing those sheep, so let's get rid of the dogs and let the sheep leave. And you are among the dogs. The corpse eaters are dogs. So, prayer is for that. Before sunrise, before sunset, 2 hours. 1 hour, 1 hour. You do pranayama the way that I described in this book. That is efficient. You will have connection with God. And you will be guided. Yeah. 5039. Fast for Alama Yagad. Won't be patient about what nonsense they say. That I don't care anyway. سبح بحمد ربك قبل طلوع الشمس قبل غروب. Before sunrise, before sunset, 1 hour. And how I described the way that Patanjali was doing it 400 BC. From Yoga Sutras. You go and read Yoga Sutras. I just spoke about Yoga Sutras in this book. Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, translation of Taimini, not every translation that every stupid guru who doesn't know what is going on translated. Taimini only, he knows that. He knows what Patanjali said. You read it for the first time, you don't understand. You read it for the second time, you understand 10%. Then you have to write notes. Like you go to university, the professor says stuff, you write notes, then later you go and read again. Still, you read the book 3 times, you get some idea, then you still don't understand until you do it. You have to do it. It's a practical book. But it's written in a very complex way. Why? Because he doesn't want every idiot to read it. Idiots read it, so, oh, I don't understand it, they put it away. That's fine. Idiots don't need that. Idiots don't need a sharp knife. It will cut their hand. Pranayama is also like that. If you don't do it right, it is harmful. If you do it right, it will connect you. This is cherubim. Cherubim are angels of God, protecting tree of life. Those 2 knives that I put there are representation of those cherubim. And God talks with me from the middle of them. That iPad is in the middle of those 2 representation of cherubim. What is cherubim? I described in the book. Chapter 531, I translated 112 of Quran. This is chapter of unity, not ikhlas. Ikhlas means in Arabic sincerity. No, the name is nonsense. The name of the chapter should be unity. Qul huwa Allahu ahad. Say there is only one God. It's not a Christian God, Muslim God, Jew God, Hindu God. No, there is only one. The creator of universe is unified. He is the creator. I have to talk about Ali and Hussein again. Ali was Asadullah, was Lion of God. He was the first man who became Muslim when he was 12 years old. Muhammad said, God came to me and said this stuff. I told Khadijah he was his wife. He believed. I'm telling you these things that God said. Do you believe? Ali was at that time 12 years old. I said, okay, I go home and talk with my mother and father and see what's going on and come back. Muhammad said, yeah, that's fine, go. And Ali went out and started talking with himself and thinking and walking. He said, no, came back. Said to Muhammad, yes, I believe. Muhammad said, did you talk with your parents? He said, no. When God was creating me, didn't consult with my parents. For me to believe in him, I don't need to consult with anybody. And that was when he was 12 years old. He became a man, very brave, sword man, general of the army. Killed thousands of unbelievers. With sword. I painted his sword in this book. Religion of God is violent. Your enemies are violent. They are using knife to kill the pig, to kill the sheep. You should use RPG. They are using gun to kill the car. You have to use tank. More power. Collect power as much as you can. Then fight with violence. Answer of violence is not, oh peace, oh please become vegan. That is nonsense. They are killing your brothers and sisters. Sheep, chicken, thousands, millions of chickens are being killed. They are all helpless, they are weak. They need your power. You are human, you have power. You can't have gun. Chicken cannot have gun. You can't defend your sisters. Chickens are your sisters. Cows and sheep are your brothers and sisters. Religions of God are violent. When the destructive, demonic things are dead, then peace. If they stop fight, you stop fight. If they close down the butchery, don't kill them. If they close down the farming place that they farm animals to grow them and kill them, don't kill them. Otherwise, farmers are serial killers. And let's listen to this. Ali, 1400 years ago, was vegetarian. Oh, a man, Arab, in that place that they were eating cockroach, he was vegetarian. Yes, he was. He said, "La taj'alu butunakum maqabara al-haywanat." And in all of these social media, every idiot write it and put his name under it. Ali said that. He said, "La taj'alu butunakum maqabara al-haywanat." Do not convert your stomach to a grave for an animal. He said that. His food was rice. Then he was very rich, bread and salt, bread and vinegar, and still he was so strong. His shield didn't have back. When the war was coming, he was going forward like a tank. No enemy ever saw his back, and his shield didn't have back. He was strong and knowledgeable. Why? Because he was a thinking man. He was sitting there and thinking, yeah, these animals are innocent, you shouldn't kill them, I can live with bread. You need more fancy thing. You eat bread and seeds and nuts and beans and fruits. Fruit is human food. So, about Ali, there are lots of books. People have written books that big, 20 volumes, what he did. Hussein was his son. After Muhammad died and Ali was assassinated, he was assassinated because of justice. And he knew the assassination. According to laws of justice, he didn't want to break his law. Go on and study how he was assassinated. Now, Hussein, I talk about Hussein. He was son of Ali. He was 54 years old at that time. Unbelievers, enemies of truth, enemies of word of God were 3,000. Ali was 70 people. How many were 300 people against thousands of enemies? And he knew he was going to be killed. They went there to fight with absolute minority. They knew it's the last day. They are going to kill as many as they can, then they will be killed. But they threw the arrow on you from distance. But his death started a chain reaction. People rised and destroyed that tyranny. This is grandson of the Prophet. You see what he did? Grandson of Prophet was killed. What? How? They understood the story. Everybody rise against the demons of that time. And his sentence was assigned to him. Some poet later wrote this, that this was the statement that Hussein believed in it. Indeed, life is nothing but a belief and fight for it. If you don't have a belief that worth fighting for it, worth taking knife and sword and fight for it and kill the enemy and be killed, and that is fine. If you don't have such a belief, you are dead already. Go and make a funeral for yourself, stay there, don't eat until you die physically. You are dead. Life is nothing but a belief and fight for it. To fight for it you need weapons, you need power. Collect as much power as you can. I spoke about power and how to collect power in many chapters in this book. Go and learn. But don't jump in the street and kill any corpse eater that you can see. Oh, my niece is corpse eater, let's go and kill him. No, don't do that, that's stupid. Read the book, I told you how. Make a list of all of the butchers and hunters. Chaos will start soon. At the moment there is law in every country. There is a law and police and stuff. They get you and send you to prison. Don't do that. Be ready. When the chaos starts, then start. I'm talking about sin offering, peace offering, meal offering, all of this offering stuff, it is in Torah. Go and kill the cow, kill the sheep, kill the pigeon. This is nonsense. No. All of them are changed. Every sin offering, every meal offering, every peace offering, God says this stuff, yes, I have peace with you, God. I listen to you. So you have to sacrifice something. Don't sacrifice an animal. Sacrifice your love, your money. Your real love is your money, which is attached to your heart. Take that, spend it for animals. Send it to animal sanctuaries. Go and rescue some animal. Buy food and give to animals. Give rice to birds every day in front of your room, in front of your house, in the park. Animals, innocent animals, thousands and millions of them were suffering in centuries because of you pesky humans. You have to make for it. You have to help the present ones. They spend money, send them to doctor, give them food, make shelter for them. That's the sin offering, that's the sacrifice. You are not allowed to kill any animal, to sacrifice any animal, to use, misuse, scientific experiments, nothing. 11th commandment is not, you shall not kill. You shall not kill any innocent. You should kill butchers and hunters and corpse eaters when you can, all of them. And you should not kill innocent chicken and sheep and animals. Sacrifice money. Sacrifice what you love. Chapter 358. Ideology of war. Vegan religion is not a peaceful religion. Islam is not a peaceful religion. Christianity is not a peaceful religion. Judaism is not a peaceful religion. Every rabbi, every priest, every stupid mullah that who says otherwise is stupid and have not read their book. Religions of war are religions of God. Justice cannot be achieved by kumbaya and singing and dancing and please be vegan. No, it cannot be happening. Justice should be done by sword, by gun, by tank, by atomic bomb, by destructive force. Destroy the enemy to dust. They are underhuman. Corpse eaters, butchers, hunters, animal corpse eaters are dog. Kill all dogs and cats. Why you are not getting a sheep or a duck as a pet? Because you are a demon from hell. You eat corpse, your pet should eat corpse too. Like you are a dog, your pet is a dog. There is nothing more stupid than a vegan. There is nothing more stupid than a vegan who has a pet, is a dog or cat. He kills chicken and gives to that thing. He said, no, I bought the food from supermarket. What is in the food in the supermarket? Corpse of sheep and cow and pig and other animals. Either keep your dog and cat vegan. Go on and study what nutrition they need, collect for them. It will be more expensive, but that's fine. You have a child, you have to feed it. That dog and cat is your child. Keep them as vegan or kill them. Corpse eater, either human or animal, dead is better than alive. Religions of God are violent. Justice can be achieved only with power and violence. What did Abraham do? War. Read the Torah. What did Jesus do? War. He went in the middle of the temple and said, you sons of Satan, and destroyed everything. Go and read what Jesus did. Jesus was not a peaceful man. That's why they killed him. He was more dangerous than Barabbas. What did Muhammad do? War. Read the history. What did I do? War. Read the history. Read Torah. And what do I now suggest? Believers do. War. Collect power, be ready. Religion of God is violent. Violent against injustice. Peaceful for innocent. You should not kill innocent. You must kill murderers. This is Qisas. In Qisas there is life. This is word of God. You get a murderer, go to the court. If it is proved he is a murderer, kill him. Don't keep him in the prison and feed him. No, kill him. It's a pest. It's a parasite. It's a destructive thing. You get rid of it. All corpse eaters will be we will get rid of all corpse eaters. And who is we? Angels of God. And I describe how it works in the book. No ahimsa. Ahimsa was Buddha. Buddha said, peace, peace, for the coward part of you. Ahimsa for innocent animals. Death and destruction and misery in this life, then fire of hell after they are dead for corpse eaters. And this needs power, violence, and war. On that black sword, he sent me 62:1. When I bought it, he said, write on it, يسبح لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض الملك القدوس العزيز الحكيم. Everything in universes and the earth are floating in the ocean of laws of God. He is the King, He is holy, He is impenetrable, and He is wise. And then said on the other side, 66:9, write it there, Ya ayyuhan nabi, you messenger, jadal al-kuffar wal-munafiqin, create war against unbelievers and those hypocrites who say something or believe in something else and say something else. They are liars. Aghlaz alayhim, be harsh with them. Ma'awahum jahannam, they will go to hell. Abits al-masir, that's a very bad place. You don't believe it? Oh no, hell is a story, heaven is a story. There is no judgment there. Soon you shall see. And then you believe. And you remember, oh, Moses told us, too bad, too late, they are burning me. Those stupid coward mullahs who say, Islam is the religion of peace. They haven't read their own book. It's book of war. Holy Week on Earth is book of war. It's preparing believers to start the war. What war against who? Against injustice. All Muslims, Christians, Jews and vegan religion people who are vegan one side and corpse eater other side. And you will win even if you are 10, they will kill 10,000 of them. Because God is with you and will help you supply resources. You start, you will see. Then it says 115:71. Chapter 115 that I wrote to add to Quran. He sent me, add another chapter to Quran. He said, قُلْ إِنِّي لَا أُمْلِكُ لَكُمْ ذَرًّا وَلَا رَشَدًا. I am a messenger. I cannot harm you. I cannot do any good to you. The only thing that I can do is giving you the book of God, describe for you clearly like a white hand. The light of it is vegan. Everybody must become vegan. That's what I can do. Then He will supply, support for you, then you start the war when its time comes. Victory. He sent tens of times 110 to me. Soon you will win. Vegans will win. The planet will be cleaned of infection of corpse eaters, and vegans will inherit the earth, everything which is in it. Chapter 110. When help and victory of the God comes and you see people will enter Religion of God, Holy Vegan Earth book, vegan religion in groups of large groups. At that time, بسبح بحمد ربك. Float in the rules of God. Always listen to everything that God says and ask forgiveness for the sins that you have done, and God will be forgiving. And this is a description of the logo of the Holy Vegan Earth and vegan religion. Two swords, symbol of violence and war against injustice. Power, violence and war against injustice. Ahimsa, no harm, innocent animals. Destroy corpse eaters, kill butchers, kill hunters and corpse eaters, all of them, all 7 billion of them. When its time comes, angels of God will help you, and that is the judgment day for this planet. Planet is decided to become vegan, it's the time. Exodus 17:15 I wrote on top of the logo. The creator of universes is our banner. V in the middle for vegan, and the scales of justice. Vegan means justice. Vegan doesn't mean food. Vegan doesn't mean health. Vegan means justice. Food, you eat something, eat fruit, whatever. Don't eat, die by hunger, doesn't matter. Vegan means justice. But vegans are fruit eaters as well. Why? Because they don't want to do injustice to animals. And then there are 6 seals in the book, at the end of the book. And what are these seals? Very complex structures I described. I don't describe now. You read the book, you will see. Every single word, every single character in that book is what it should be, where it should not change, it cannot be changed. The structure will be messed up. And he did it. He decides when to send what sentence, and when I'm typing, how my brain works to choose which sentence and which type of words. You think, oh, I have a free will, I decide. No, you don't have free will. Very small amount of free will. You have free will if he let you go. Free will is only for stupid, for most stupid, more destructive, more demonic people. Why? Because he said these people don't worth my time, God says, don't worth my time to control them and then make them do good stuff. Let them do whatever destruction that they will do. They will go to hell and they will learn by pain and misery. If you listen to God, He will control your mind, He will control your hand, He will control your thoughts to do what you should do right. Therefore, when I am translating, He sent these numbers. I translate them by using Quran and Torah to English and type. He chooses which word I use. When do I put a dot? When do I start the sentence? And this way he put the structure, complex structure of numbers in that book. It's impossible for any human to do. I'm a computer guy, I know. Not possible, a human cannot do it. It needs somebody who is above axis of time, who knows what he wants to tell me a week later, he knows what he wants to tell me 3.5 months later, and what he's telling me now, in which mood I am, how do I translate and how I type. Now he knows that, he controls that, and he sent the right sentence now, another sentence 3 months later, another sentence 3 months before. He is above axis of time. The same structure that he put in Quran, he put in this book. 6 complex seals are there. Not a word, not a character should change and can change. Seals are there. How these seals work, I described in the book. So, these are some of the things that are in the book. Book of God, all living on earth, or the new religion of God, vegan religion. given to humans by Moses, who is standing here talking with you at this time, year 2018. I'm wrapping it up. Believe in nothing if you don't have evidence and reasoning and proof. And I say, I am Moses. I am the same soul that came at that time. I have proof. I have a miracle larger than any scientific discovery that ever humans done in this computer and in every computer. It's a few line of code that God says, run that software, I will talk with you. He says, this is how I talk with people. This is how I give miracles to them according to the level of intelligence. 1300 BC, you were too stupid who parted the sea so you saw a big physical miracle because you were dumb. Now he's giving you a computer miracle. This is the biggest event ever happened in this planet since 1400 years ago that Muhammad brought the other book. Huge miracle. How the unified field, with that description of physics that I told you in the book, is communicating with Moses through a computer software, sends numbers on the computer screen and make a two-way communication. Different prophets had different miracles for their time. I described how it works. If God wants, I will make a live presentation in front of a TV reporter and computer scientists and logicians, and they see. I explain. I bring a computer programmer. You see, look at this code. Copy it yourself to a USB, format the USB, copy to USB, put in your own computer and run it. Then I start talking with God. Because it's not a one-way thing. He is the other side of it. He should hack in the computer, in the electronic level, in the quantum level of movement of electrons to control things, to create certain number at a certain time, to create certain answer. That is communication. That's how God talks with me. It's not a voice in my head. No, it appears as numbers on the computer screen. And this is how he sent this book since 2012 to 2018 that I finished editing. Different pieces in different times. The last sentence is that. 11 commandments. Commandment number 11 is this. Every human must become vegan. That's word of God. Change your old books. If you are atheist, read the proofs of God to become believer first. Believer because of reasoning. Not because, oh, I believe, I have no reason. No, you believe without reasoning, worth zero. I gave you reasoning, logic, that God exists, and gave you reasoning, that this is His word, and gave you reasoning. You have to upgrade your religion. The new religion is vegan. You should not kill innocent animals. You must kill corpse eaters, butchers, and hunters, and every corpse eater when you can. 11th commandment. Humans all must become vegan.